should be live.
Hi guys!
Hey everybody!
Hey, how are you? So could they see us just muttering away before we came live?
Someone, well, X-Man is here. Cartha is here. Cartha was the first today. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Greg is here. Eva, yeah. Greg, you okay? You sound a bit.
Greg's good. He says those codes work in Canada now.
Ah, okay. Okay.
That's
and
good.
Julio's here. One of that is.
Hi, X-Man.
Sunday. Long dog. Man. Good evening. Or good. What is it? What time is it at your place right now?
Early.
Early, I think.
Yeah.
Early, yeah. Okay. For science today.
Oh, good God.
That
sounds horrible.
Yeah.
At least I haven't got any of that Saturday beer this time.
Oh, yeah.
But we have a beer to check it out. So.
We do 11 a.m. here.
All right.
So while we were waiting, we saw somebody discussing in the chat that they bought something from AliExpress and it didn't work. And every time they log in, they see it there to remind them or something. Is that what you said?
Yeah. Every time they see it, it reminds them. Yeah. Just ask for a refund. They're really good with that.
Yeah, I agree. AliExpress now are really good with refunding people. I had a power bank, the PD 3.1, which was resetting continually when I set it to 28 volts on my hot tweezers. And I sent them a video, and they sent me a thing back. Said, "Oh, we'll send you a sticker to return it to us." And then a day after, they said, "Oh no, don't bother. We'll just refund you." They refunded me, and then I found out via the live stream there was nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, wrong input. Wrong way around with the cable.
But yeah, so guys, if you have any trouble with AliExpress, just ask for a refund.
Yeah, they're really good with that.
Greg's answers. I asked for a refund and they gave me 50% off the item cost. I had to send it back to China. Yeah, sending something back to China.
No, excuse me. When they
Canaries.
ask you to send it back to China, they send you a prepaid postage sticker. They pay the postage.
Yeah, they usually do at least. You can complain otherwise.
Paul is here.
Was it AliExpress directly or was it the actual seller? Because the sellers try to scam you out of what you actually have rights for. AliExpress themselves will handle it otherwise.
Yeah.
If you're not happy with what the seller gives you.
Yeah. Another thing I actually found with AliExpress I think is very good, because you know now I have this influence account, so they seed me some money to buy stuff to review, and I bought one item that was just rubbish. So I said, look, I've got this item from you, it isn't good, I can't give this a positive review. What do you want me to do? They said, no, just forget it, send it back to the seller. So, you know, so it's not like they say, we've sent it for you, you've got to review it and you've got to say it's good, because I wouldn't anyway.
They have some scruples.
They have some scruples, that's my opinion. That's my opinion.
Well, yeah, a lot of people are buying there. They stopped having a good return experience, I found later this year. Was good before that, says Paul. For YouTube. You new man. Hi. I'm going to graduate as electrical and electronics engineer soon with 0 skills and experience. What should I do? Well, watch Richard's videos. It's easy, man.
Yeah,
Read the next one out loud. Go on.
Well, electronics bad. Did Dad put his fingers in the AC outlet? You know what? Remember Einstein?
Yes.
I like that. Remember Da Vinci? I like that.
Yeah.
And remember Hitler? He took care of his hair. So, think of it. Putin! Who takes care of his hair?
Trump?
Trump! Oh, good one! Yeah, good one.
Taking care of your hair, I mean.
That little bit that's left with some glue down to pay, I don't know.
Dutch Burgoden.
Trump, just let it die, please.
So, rather than AliExpress, we went to the car boot sale, didn't we, Dad?
Yeah! Car boot sale.
I wasn't lucky there.
It's a tradition, you know, it's a tradition. You need to go to Pepitorengo and eat horrible food.
And I'd just like to say to...
I don't do that. But.
To two of our viewers, Eric and...
Oh yeah, Eric and Ruben were there.
Ruben were there, so they've come over from Holland and they emailed me and said, oh, can we come and see you? So they've been to the workshop here and they met us at the car boot sale today. So guys, if you're free, just get in touch with me and we can meet up, yeah? We would have asked them to join us today, but we just can't fit 5 of us around.
It wouldn't work.
It wouldn't work.
We need a bigger workshop then.
Yeah, we do.
That gets expensive.
So, we bought some things.
Yep, we got some stuff to show you guys.
We got some stuff to show you guys. What's this? You bought this.
I have don't have enough hands for this.
Okay, I'll work the stuff. I know what it is, but I didn't buy it.
That found this last week actually.
Yeah,
Because-
we bought it for €2 or something. Why?
Was it 2? I think it was 2.
Yeah.
So,
So whoever works with servers probably knows these things. What's happening to the focus here?
It's inside the plastic thing, so it won't focus well on it.
No, it doesn't have autofocus yet.
Oh. It's upside down. That's what's
You maybe want to open this. So,
Yeah,
so
what's
switch
wrong
on
with the
this computer.
focus is it was upside down.
Oh, yeah.
So we got an
usually.
Ultrium, an LTO drive.
Yep.
It's a what is Ultrium LTO Ultrium 4H. For everybody who doesn't know this is for backups in servers, and it comes with a SATA.
It's a Saturday device.
Yeah.
I'm not good with focus.
This is a tape drive, pretty much.
Yep, this is a tape drive. Yeah, this is for backups for servers.
Can we show them what's down the hole? With a torch.
There you go.
Yeah, a spigot
Well,
that holds.
I'll use my finger to keep the hole open.
Oh, there we go. A small spigot that matches the two teeth on the actual cartridge.
Ooh. What? Ooh.
You can see them there.
Yeah.
And a little motor that's really rusty down there. And not much else, actually.
True.
Yeah.
There's a loading mechanism and jack.
Yeah, probably.
Somebody says it's a zip drive. Well, no.
Not really.
Not really, because
This is actually
similar, but
Yeah.
not the same.
It actually zips it digitally before it saves to the drive. So,
yeah. But what's the capacity of this? Look,
Yeah, this is an old one. It's only 44.
it's only 400 gigabytes.
Yeah.
Only.
Yeah, the newest tape drives can hold up to 5 or 6
So say
terabytes.
It says that's Friday.
Yeah, Friday. Yeah.
It says Friday.
Yeah, so this is a backup for Friday. Yeah.
It's Friday back up.
So yeah, you usually have one for each day, and then you rotate them until something happens, and you have a week to roll back, pretty much.
Yeah, this is what you know.
Yeah. How old is this? It says very old stuff, but it's SATA, so it can't be that old.
This is from the 2000s.
From the 2000, but
Yeah.
the reason.
SATA was introduced earlier for server market,
Okay.
so
Well, SATA was around. Yes, it's about a first. So it's
Yeah. Well, you know, for €3 you can't go wrong there.
no.
And I saw them on
it's a
the
cool tech.
used market in Bay.
on
Because-
eBay.
Imagine you have a server farm and you're doing all your backups on these drives, and then the drive fails. So this is probably why they're pretty expensive.
And they sell.
oh yeah,
How much are they at?
We saw them for over €200.
Yeah.
Yeah, these old the models, yes.
yes.
Yeah.
They sell for a lot because they are needed for old systems that's still running for old infrastructure.
So we don't have any use for this. We might see if we can get it to work just out of interest. But we thought you guys might be
For
interested.
€2, this was just we thought, okay, come on, this could be interesting.
It has 3 extra ports on the back. 4 actually.
Go on in.
So small ports on one there, one there, one there, one there, and they look like it's about 14 pins on the top ones and 7 on the bottom ones. So it may be a internal SATA connector for servers instead of using this. This may be another higher bandwidth connector.
Could maybe.
Yeah, it looks to be the same amount of pins.
Whoever worked with these, do you know if you need specialized software for that? Because
Hooked up to a C64, he says.
You could probably a SATA and a C64. Well, yeah, it is serial. I guess you could.
make your own interface.
It would
Judge,
be
I have a
bleeding.
life. I have a life, and I don't want it.
Yeah, it
Really,
would be
no.
bleeding slow.
No.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
I think we thought the most interesting thing with this was
Cartridges.
with the media. Has anybody out there ever seen one of these before?
I have actually.
You've seen one before?
Yeah, me too.
I'd never seen
Yeah.
one.
I worked at.
You need the software if you want to use the indexing facilities. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd never seen one of these this media.
I worked at a school where we had 7 or 8 servers and we did backups on similar drives. I think it was the version before that.
Okay.
It had the tape exposed. This one doesn't.
So it is tape. It's not discs.
Oh yeah, it's tape.
It would take 3 months to do a backup at C64 EIC serial speeds.
Yeah, pretty much what I
Probably.
was thinking.
I think you'd struggle to find 400 gigabytes of software ever released for the C64.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Pretty much.
I think you can fit the entire C64 library ever made in maybe 40 gigs. 4 gigabytes or 5 gigabytes, yeah.
Yeah, everything.
Somebody will have one.
I have 40,000 games on what's it, 20 megabyte file or something?
Yeah, or something, yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
But we didn't tell me about that, did we, Dad?
Yeah, we're not done with that
Oh,
because
more audio stuff.
Oh, yeah, but this is funny because Dad bought this and he showed me. He said he got this in his hand. I said, another one. He says, yeah. How much was it?
$8.
And I said, but where's the amplifier? Where's the amplifier? He said, oh, that's okay. It's there. So.
Oh, okay.
And before you ask, I don't have a guitar with me, so we can't test this.
Yeah. Huh. So it just fell in and they just left it there.
I have no idea, you know.
How in the living hell did they do this?
What's on there? Can we get it out?
Yeah, give me a sec. I see it's fallen backwards.
And now the lightning thing has fallen. Sorry for the shaky cam.
Can we get it out?
Yeah, I can get it.
Let's have a look to see what's on this. I'm interested.
Oh, whoa, I haven't looked under there.
Oh, there's a manual.
There's some stuff in there.
Wait, give me a sec.
No.
Okay.
Out.
Straight out. And there's a manual.
And screws.
And some screws.
Perfect.
I assume this has been taken out because it doesn't work.
The speaker seems fine.
I'll tell you the speaker.
Yeah, it looks cheaply made indeed. Yeah, the Fender this is waiting down here looks way more interesting.
Okay, so
The speaker.
But you know, for $8,
yeah, not bad.
yeah, if I can repair this, yeah.
What's on here?
Fuse not blown, so that's good.
Is that the amplifier? That it looks like a.
Yeah.
It looks like a switch mode chip. That, but I'm assuming that's the amplifier.
Yeah, it has more legs than it usually does. So,
Well, fine for it like a switch mode controller.
Here's
maybe
some
they're
light.
using
What's that device?
Here's some light.
Let's see. If
Guys, this must be the output device, the amplifier.
Okay.
And I'm gonna crawl in there with my little camera and try TBA
30A.
30A, yeah.
TDA2030A.
It's a B, I think. It's TBA.
No, it's
TDA.
No, TBA. Yeah, now got it. 2030.
yeah.
Yeah.
Carter's on it.
Carter's on it. Carter's on it.
Thanks, man.
What is it, Carter? Is it just
It will be
an integrated IC amplifier?
Yeah,
it looks
integrated
like it.
15 watt or something. Yeah.
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 Oh, we found the data sheet. Perfect.
A fake Fender.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, fake Fender indeed. Yeah. The original Fender's laying somewhere down there, and waiting for new parts. Sorry, going back to the.
Has a nice front panel. Actually.
Yeah, this is what I thought. Active actualization, whatever this means.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
just fancy words to make it look
Yeah.
more fancy. Than
I mean, it
is.
has a phone, it's 15 watts. So.
It doesn't
18
have
watts, okay.
rust on the connectors at least. It's like the
Yeah,
last
you
one.
know, when I saw this, I thought, okay, this is all. Can you go back to the PCB?
Yeah, it's good spare parts though.
You know, no, it's all through hole. It's all through hole. So there couldn't be that much going on there.
Yeah. They removed a lot of extra stuff.
Yeah.
No microcontrollers like that.
This will be some sound shaping here.
Yeah.
There's some power supply, and the cups don't look like they bulged somewhere.
What do you mean we've got a guitar amplifier that doesn't need a microcontroller?
Yes.
How on earth do they do that?
Do you have your multimeter thing there? That can it do continuity?
Yeah, of course.
Try the fuse. Let's see
If
the
it
fuse
couldn't,
is
I
out
would
of the
be
light,
disappointed. I'm guessing.
Okay.
And I'm still looking for a project.
A multimeter that can't do continuity is worthless.
I'm still looking for a project that I can switch into a battery powered thing. So this could be a project for that.
One multimeter. Did you guys see this? I reviewed it, released a review today. This is the one that we're going to test today to see if it'll handle more than 300 volts according to the user manual on the oscilloscope mode.
300 volts.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. So we're going to see if this will blow up when we attach it to a switch mode power supply.
Richard can handle that one.
No, actually you do.
I don't trust that with 300
guys,
volts.
are we going to vote Carlos is going to be the one to test it?
I don't trust that one with 300 volts.
Well, the meter says 600 volts max.
Yeah,
but we'll come to that later. Let's just So what do you want? Continuity mode?
Yeah, check the fuse, please.
What is that? 600 Chinese volts?
No.
I can't.
Let me just. You have to press something.
It looks like a cheap Vox AC15 clone.
Okay, can the guys see that?
Okay, I'll hold it.
Well, Richard doesn't like it because it doesn't have a processor, you know.
Oh, there's the fuse.
Yeah, I already checked it visually at least.
Okay,
Yeah.
fuse is fine.
Yeah.
Fuse is fine. Fuse is fine.
So it
I mean-
should kick out.
I
Kick
mean,
on.
we can plug it in and see,
Yes.
Yep.
see what happens.
We don't even have to ask the guys. We're going to plug it in and see what he does.
Okay, what kind of question was that? You're right, guys. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
So we're going to plug it in.
We won't have any output to.
Well, we have the speaker here, and we have the
Yeah.
wires, and we can soon extend them with a couple of crocodile clip wings.
Yeah.
These normally say go through the whole thing. This is.
Yep.
This will go here because you need to go to the speaker, and this is just to have them somewhere stored, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the.
So that goes to the speaker. And can we plug a microphone in? Will that give us some sort of audio?
That will work, yeah.
Right, we have a microphone with a jack. Okay.
Okay.
So.
Oh yeah, you got a nice cable too, I guess.
Yeah.
Carter says, no, we don't want to see that. Happens never.
We want some votes. Is it going to work or is it not going to work?
Oh, yeah,
For
please, please,
€8. Will
Yeah.
it work? Will it work?
Downturn, because if it works, there's no fun in that.
It's just so the speakers can reach.
I love when people repair my guitar amps.
Are you going to give the guys the bad news about the Katana amp?
Oh, I haven't told them, right?
No.
Yeah, well, last time we were talking about the Katana, and since I played this, and I really didn't like it. I have the Marshall, you heard the Marshall before, and I love the Marshall.
Just to remind everybody, this is the impossible to repair amplifier.
Yeah. I'm getting there.
And it's, okay.
And
there we go.
yeah, what I have to talk to my band, and I said, okay, if one of you guys want to buy this, go for it. And one of the guys from the band bought the Katana,
Oh yeah.
which we got for 140.
Okay, be prepared to.
Yeah, if the stream stops,
We'll be right back.
yeah, we'll be back somehow.
Well,
Okay.
nothing's going to happen because he isn't switched on.
No, I know.
Okay?
Soon.
Nothing happened.
We're still live.
Oh,
The light didn't come on.
No.
light doesn't come on.
Oh,
Maybe you want to switch on the thing.
What?
Oh yeah. Okay, let's see.
Oh!
Woohoo!
I hear buzzing.
I heard it.
Oh!
Hello. Yeah.
Hello.
It does work.
Hello.
It buzzes well.
Hello. 1, 2.
Yeah, it works.
Just some. Okay.
The
Yes.
buzzing. The buzzing is quite noticeable, but
Okay.
it could be a dirty potentiometer somewhere.
Well, the pods,
Watch it,
the
watch
pods scream like for.
What was it? I press overdrive with them. Oh.
Yeah, try.
Overdrive.
And the sound.
Exterminate.
That was pretty close.
No, that's close. Yeah.
Exterminate. Exterminate.
It sounds like Ali Marlowe doing the.
Doctor. Exterminate.
I've never been a Doctor Who fan, but I know what that is. Daleks.
Come on, all the nerds know.
Go on,
Doctor
try
Who.
to exterminate.
No, thanks.
Exterminate.
Not too bad.
Exterminate. Exterminate. Exterminate.
Yeah, no, not too bad.
Doctor.
It doesn't smell bad.
Yeah, at least it doesn't smell bad, indeed. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good. Oh, so the last live stream we had, and
Yeah.
we left that amplifier on this bench here
Mhm.
open after we finished the live stream, and Julie came in on the next morning to open up. She said, God, it stinks like a sweatshop in here.
That was a capacitor, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
No, it was a mold.
Oh,
There was a
yeah,
mold.
it was
Yeah.
mold.
Yeah.
Oh, it stuck the place out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try to switch to overdrive. Do you have overdrive?
That was overdrive. This is
Okay,
allowed.
then turn up the gain.
Turn up the gain.
It's on max on everything.
It's on which gain?
There must be a pot
There.
gain.
One.
More.
Okay.
More.
That's
That-
the lead channel pot
Yeah,
doesn't move.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, and the master pot doesn't move. Right, some of your pots don't work.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're
There you go.
seized up.
Yeah.
Yeah, volume and master pot. Don't work.
Nothing some DW40 can't fix.
Okay.
Yeah,
It works.
I think so. Yeah.
$8. It needs 2 new pots.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Also
and a small cover for the back, but that's
A
fine.
cover.
And a manual.
It's a guitar amp. It doesn't need a cover.
If for dust protection.
They're normally open.
They don't
Yeah,
open.
no, for dust protection, I meant.
No. You don't do this.
You
with
just
a
have a
guitar
mesh.
amp. No.
Why not? A mesh, maybe a fan,
So-
so it doesn't cook.
€8 well spent.
Yeah,
€8 well spent.
I'd say so.
yeah. As long as you have a use for it. For me, this would be a big doorstop.
Yeah.
Well, if you need one, €8 and it's yours.
No, no, thanks. No, thank you. I have enough doorstops at home.
Well, your little one needs to learn a guitar.
Yeah, no
Maybe
thanks.
I should teach her how to play guitar.
Oh, come on.
I want to keep my sanity a while longer.
Come on, Carlos's daughter's loud enough without
True.
without
Yeah,
amplification.
oh, yeah, that's true.
And the screws are in the bottom. The screws are in
Yeah,
the bottom.
there are some.
So it needs some new pots then.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
it.
it needs the contact cleaner I just bought.
Have you tried to? Look, if you try the pots, they're jammed. The
That-
master.
This one is jammed, and this one is
The
jammed.
two of them are completely jammed. I mean, they won't turn at all.
Wow. Okay.
We could always take it out. and
Maybe
why.
they're fake and just glued on. That wouldn't surprise
Interesting.
Well, we could always slide this out and see why they won't move.
me. True.
Shall we do that, guys? Shall we see why the pots won't move?
Well,
Careful so you don't touch.
well,
the
they're
parts.
broken anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay. So
You can't break them
which
more.
way does it come?
Out,
Backwards.
backwards, like this.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have 2 pots that won't move at all.
It has to wiggle out. There we go.
Wiggle, wiggle.
I give you a tenner.
Wiggle, wiggle.
Well, Ralph,
Okay.
If you pay for shipping.
I think
Shipping is
shipping
about
is not a good
10
idea.
times
yeah,
that.
yeah. You probably for this kind of thing you probably need €50. €50
At
for
least,
shipping.
yeah. Okay.
But if you come
do-
over here
do-
on holiday and you got some spare room in your case.
Do we have the?
It has a pot.
Where's
We
the,
do.
where's the new contact
We
cleaner?
do.
We can try this.
Yeah, it has a
Yeah.
pot behind it, so they didn't chip out at least.
Yeah. Okay, let me get the shot there.
It's a 10K one.
We are on Gran Canaria, Martin. Ich bin von Deutschland. Ich bin Deutsch, ja. Ja, das hört man, glaube ich, auch. Ja. Aber wir sitzen hier auf Gran Canaria.
Okay.
Sorry, switching back to England, to English.
Yeah, we're in Gran Canaria. That won't move at all.
Okay, that one came out easier. Would be It's not the one.
I mean, the fact they completely don't
Guys,
move.
you normally go from the backside
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
blast it with
yeah,
a thing.
but this is
There's a hole there where you
Yeah,
squeeze
there's a
something.
small hole. There are some models that have the hole in the front.
Okay. Really?
That yeah.
Guys, you
really
would, who wants to teach Carlos how to do this?
video game consoles have it in the front.
Really?
Some of
I've
them.
never seen a
The
pots that
Vectrex,
have-
the Vectrex has it in front to oil it.
Okay.
Okay.
Put the knob back on.
Yeah.
Well,
I
let's,
want.
let it do its magic for a second.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm guessing.
I've
it's,
never seen pots that won't move at all.
I had this on the Fender.
Ah, there we go.
The Fender had the same
Oh.
problem, yeah. You remember when I broke up the pot?
Yeah,
Yeah, this was the same problem.
it wouldn't move.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does
Look,
it
it's
move?
turning.
Yep, it's moving.
Well, that was a quick fix then.
And the other one? Knob?
No. Oh yeah.
Well,
I was on the wrong one. I'll put it on 0 here. And
does this one move?
Well, don't break it. Don't
No,
break
no,
it.
no, no.
I just broke the pot. Do this slowly and maybe give
Yeah,
it
no,
give
no.
it more
No,
more more
A
stuff.
bit more squirt.
yeah, it needs more squirt.
A bit more squirt. That was a technical term.
yeah.
A bit more squirt.
I have to guess which side it was at last position. So
Yeah, you didn't know which position it's in either.
no, that's why I'm doing it slowly. Nope, this one.
Skippy, thank you very much for
Ah,
the
there you
idea. For the idea, I'll check this out because I was opening up the Fender and there's actually a schematics for that, but they use 23 volts plus and minus, so
Oh,
it's a bit high. And I hope that the voltage in here is a bit lower, so maybe we can get from a LiPo cell running.
oh, it's going.
You got it.
Yeah, I just need to
Drain it. Yeah. Wait, we show you the contact cleaner.
Yeah. Can Carthor tell us what wattage the IC is, the output IC? on
18
this?
watts.
18
18
watts.
watts, you already told us.
So if it's 18 watts, he's probably going to plus and minus 12, I would think. I think it's a 12 volt supply.
Yeah.
Well, it's plus minus. Look at the 3 wires from the
Yeah, but I think it's probably 12 volts.
Yeah.
Okay, it's getting loose. Okay. Yeah, it's moving.
Okay. Magic of chemistry. Sometimes this helps.
Yep, it's moving. Okay, now let's put it in the right place.
WD-40. I think I would never do WD-40 on a...
I have it.
Actually,
no, not on a pot. Not on a pot, man. This is water dispersant.
Why not?
No.
You don't want water in your electronics, what?
True.
I used that for the contacts on trailer hitches.
There is no water in WD-40s.
No,
Yeah.
it disperses water.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is water dispersant. This
Yeah,
is what WD stands for.
You guys, by the way, probably heard me mention that WD-40 is an example of a perfect product because, like,
It's used for everything.
well, no, not that. I mean, like everything else, like washing powder and stuff for cleaning your dishes. It's always like new improved. Like you always have a new improved. Like the last one wasn't good enough.
Yep.
But it's still WD-40. If it wasn't perfect, we're on about WD-62 by now, wouldn't we?
Yeah, no, they haven't changed.
Oh, Dan Martin says you can use the WD-40, but you have to wash it out later.
Yeah.
We have this stuff here from No Name. This is not from the Chinese shop. Oh, is it from the Chinese shop? I can't remember. I think it's from the Chinese shop.
I buy mine 3M, the 3M branded stuff.
Yeah.
I have it at the Chinese shop as well.
Yeah, water displacement experiment number 40. Exactly, Lon. Yeah.
Oh yeah, now it's turning nicely. Yeah, it's fixed.
Yeah, it's not a lubricant, indeed. Yeah.
It's not a lubricant.
Yeah,
no.
so if you're trying to...
In fact, you can use WD-40 because look.
Yeah, it has contact cleaner as well.
yeah,
What
but
we have. Show
yeah, this is the contact cleaner version. This is not,
WD-40 and WD-40.
yeah, but this is the
Contact
thing
cleaner.
where the spray
So-
thing doesn't work.
So WD-40 is really good for cars. If you have a problem starting your engine and you have a lot of wiring that got wet, you can just spray it with WD-40 and it normally starts.
I used to like this, like the old satellite dishes where all the nuts and bolts and all.
Yeah, to get them off,
to
yeah.
get them off, yeah. But yeah, WD-40 contact cleaner, guys.
I cleaned
But this is expensive compared to the other generic stuff that does the same pretty much. Yeah, no, you have spinning pots at least. I can't say if they work or not.
When the pots move.
where you could connect it then.
Yeah.
But I would normally simply flow all the contacts in there with a contact cleaner.
Okay. So what's inside here? What are the ICs? Are they op amps?
Oh, I had some
guessing
light.
these are
Somewhere
op-amps.
there was light in here.
Yeah,
You got the light in there because
Yeah,
without light I
So
can't.
what's on
I
this
can't show the
circuit? What do we have?
3 people to show.
What do we have?
All right, what do we have in there? Let me try to crawl in here.
Let's see if I can get. There.
Oh, 4558. Yeah,
Op-amp.
BA4558. That's extremely common. I bet they're all the same.
and
I bet
this
they're
one
all
over here.
There's another one coming up.
I'll move the light so we can see it.
Same.
It's the same.
4558, and then the
yeah.
third one's right over here at the end.
4558.
Yeah. So these are dual op amps.
Yeah.
They seem to be specialists for audio equipment because they always seem to use these as mixers. 4558, 4560.
Paul, I actually use brake cleaner to clean PCBs, and this works very well.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same as contact cleaner because it disappears completely.
Yeah.
Because if you leave residue on brakes, you will kill yourself. Talking from experience, my friend.
What, you did?
Yeah, no. And my friend thought it was a good idea to polish up my rotors with WD-40, so they were nice and shiny after we fixed the car. And he didn't tell me.
And again, WD-40 isn't something for lubricant thing.
No. But it's really slippery until you...
Once upon a time, I tried to use this on a bike chain. This wasn't a good idea.
No, it's not a lubricant. It's a water dispersant.
It will do the job a little while, and then it will eventually lose its lubrication properties, and then it's just stuck.
Yeah.
I think the 4558 is a general op-amp thing, not specialized
Yeah,
for...
45. Is
Yeah,
it not
because
specialized?
G4Z says 4558 are commonly used in arcade PCBs and audio sections. Probably some signal shaping, yeah.
We have that in 4560, and then the other one is NE5556.
Yeah, so
actually, which is
usually the most common used parts are the ones that are comparable with price and quality. The cheapest one you can get.
No, guys, not disc brakes. I didn't put lubricant on my disc brakes. No,
No, that
on the
was my friend.
chain thing.
Yeah, no, that was my friend that did that, and I almost crashed my car, thanks to him. I was going to brake. We were on the off ramp, and I pressed the brakes, and they didn't stop. Oh,
Weird, right?
yeah. Until I stumped the brakes so hard, it got really hot and burnt off the WD-40. But
Well, okay, so then it wasn't lubricating anymore.
yeah, pretty much. But it was a scary 2 kilometers of braking without anything happening.
Okay.
I stopped going off the off ramp and kept on the motorway so I didn't crash.
Richard Johnson, Joe, yo.
Hi mate.
Something else I bought from the car boot sale today.
What?
Yay.
Oh.
Do you guys struggle to get these?
Yeah, these are hard to find nowadays.
So-
General Electric.
I actually had to pay €5 for the pack, and I don't know if they even work. I mean, they're all sealed, so as long as they're not being thrown around. In fact, I think if we take one out at random and test it if it's any good.
Yeah.
But yeah, are you guys struggling? 'Cause I mean, for like your current limiting, you know,
Yeah,
What, you
for the box.
for yeah, you need these things.
Yeah.
What's people saying?
You can't really find them anymore because they are illegal to sell.
But yeah, they do at the car boot sale. Actually, they only had one pack of those.
Yeah.
Actually, but still.
I went to Merlin to ask for, and they said just change them to fluorescent or LED lights.
Yeah, but there was.
Tom from Florida is here and Tim is here. Tom, what's going on over there in Florida? When I look at the news, it looks horrible what you guys doing there. I
What?
hope you're okay. Yeah, there's some riots. Some
Oh.
crazy
That wasn't
yeah.
Florida. That was on the opposite coast in
Gordon's
Los
here.
Angeles. Hi,
Gordon's
Gordon.
here. Yeah.
I'm surprised the entire US is not writing right now with Trump at the lead.
Okay, so
Yeah, of course.
I'm not get into politics, but I really don't like Trump.
okay,
Yeah,
so
It's not that he's a politician or anything. He's just stupid.
yeah.
Yeah, he's simply beyond. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I can't. And now the German Chancellor was actually there, and
Oh.
they supporting this kind of idiot. Why are you kidding with the things? So
We just want to see if that bulb's good.
Yeah,
I've just
67
taken 2
ohms.
of them at random, so we'll try another one.
67 ohms, that's fine.
That's fine. So yeah, for €5, I thought these were well worth having.
Yeah, oh yeah, these are cheap for €5.
Yeah, for
You
a
can
pack of
probably
10.
You can
€5
probably,
for 10. Yeah, this
Yeah.
was a steal.
you can probably pay €5 each soon enough.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we all had our steals this time, right? That was a good day.
About the same, 63.
Okay.
So yeah, no, this is good.
Yeah, so that's really good. Yeah. Yeah.
Avoiding the heat outside by watching you guys on YouTube. Tom, probably the best you can do right now. Stay safe, mate.
Yeah, good. Richard has content to keep you busy for about 3 years or
Yeah,
so.
roughly.
What do you mean the stuff I need for repair? The amount of stuff I have?
Yeah.
Oh, so we just started watching these
Ah,
the other day.
Dark Depth. Is this Ruben or Eric? Dark Depth. Can I click on this? I can't.
Mm. Why are you filming me?
I'm recently over there. I recently replaced the fluorescent ring tube by 105 pop. It worked really well. Well, GeForce said this was not for lightning. These bulbs are not for lightning.
Maybe you need
Richard
to
uses
explain.
them for.
Can you go get your box
current
thingy? So I can.
current thing.
I use it for this.
Yeah.
Oh, Eric. Okay, hey, Eric.
Light bulbs that are resistors, pretty much.
Yeah. Current limiting. This
Yeah.
was a word I was looking for. Yeah.
Current limiting.
Yeah.
They are used in electronics to make like limiting supplies, pretty much. Richard makes his own, but he needs a light bulb to act as the resistor.
Or 2.
Or 2.
Oh, two. Yeah. Now you have 60 watts light bulbs. So
Yeah. I could basically make one of these now with 10 sockets. Now it's switchable, so I can switch from 60 to
yeah.
120 to whatever.
More load, more load.
Yeah, that will come through. Yeah.
So he made it himself, and I have something similar at home as well. I made so this is really good because if there is a short, this will turn on.
Yeah. If you have a short, the worst thing is happens. The light bulb comes on.
Yeah, and you don't blow the breaker or whatever. And It's very useful.
Yeah.
So, but the problem is it's reliant on bulbs,
And if the bulb goes,
and if you can't find bulbs,
you can't build them.
Exactly. And there is no real way to use a LED light or something for
No.
the bulb
Or
replacement.
fluorescent, it's got to be an incandescent bulb.
Yeah.
The idea being, obviously, with a light bulb, as current passes through it, it lights up, and the resistance increases.
Yeah.
So it will limit. It's a PTC. It's a positive temperature coefficient. Positive temperature.
It goes up to that amperage, and
And it will pass no more. Exactly. Plus the visual effect of what it's doing. You can tell if any power went in, charge the capacitors or whatever.
Yeah, you have a
Like
visual
you-
indication. Yeah.
you show the power supplies that blink the light fast is
Yeah, it's PFC.
the PFC that goes on. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a really good indicator.
The
It's-
PFC is working.
Yeah.
True. So yeah.
So-
I made a video if you guys, if you've not
Yeah.
build one of these.
Yeah, no, but it's good to give context for some people because not everyone knows what that is.
Absolutely, yeah. John says, you guys been living on the Canary Island. Ever visit the astronomic observatory? No, it's scrolled away.
No, I haven't been on the
Yeah, it's scrolled
observatory.
away. And there's Palma and Tenerife. That will be very crucial on the channel. We actually have a ESA over here, right?
Yeah. So La Palma is another island
Yeah.
with very few people living there, almost no light pollution, and they have an observatory. I'd love to go over there.
Yeah, there is one at the top of Roque Nublo here on the island as well.
There's a military station.
There's a military station.
Yeah,
on top
but
of there.
they do invites
But
for star watching.
What we do have here is the deep space transmission system.
Oh yeah.
ESA, which this used to be part of the NASA thing. In fact, this is where one of the stations they reused for the Apollo missions, where they actually received like the one small step for man.
Oh.
Was received at Mass Paloma Station. And NASA decommissioned it in the early 70s, but then ESA took it over and recommissioned it.
Yeah, they're doing some other
They
stuff.
do some upgrade. That's used for controlling like these Mars rovers and stuff. So they transmitting commands to them, receiving.
It was actually them that sent the first gold particle, quantum entangled particle, over to the other island. It was the first ever
For that.
solid matter teleportation.
Yeah, and the reason we have Mass Paloma Station, by the way, I just mentioned, is it's on exactly the same latitude as Houston. It's on the same latitude, about 120 degrees around the world. So
Yeah, it's perfect.
And there's another one in the Far East.
It's strategically
Strategic,
placed.
on the same latitude. So as the Earth rotates, as one goes out of transmission range, the other one's coming in, so they can always talk to the satellites.
Pro tip, guys, don't.
It's cherry. I hate cola cherry already, and it's Dr. Pepper. I don't like Dr. Pepper, so that's like poison. For
Yeah,
me.
don't.
And I drink this. Yeah, exactly. So if I like this and I don't like that, that means that is really bad.
Exactly. So
For science.
Yeah.
Okay, but you bought more funny stuff.
Yes, but I'm just going to ask some more questions. If you have 10 minutes to think about it, I'll share the funny stuff. Did any of you guys see the review of the scope meter which I put on this morning?
No,
It's a
that's not the
oscilloscope.
time.
So-
I saw the thumbnail.
So if we get the camera on it close up, this is a scope meter. So this is not a 2-in-1 oscilloscope plus multimeter. It has multimeter leads. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a scope meter.
So no current.
So yeah, it's 10 meg input, same as a multimeter.
Yeah, Martin knows that's crap.
No, it's crap. Okay. So basically, well, if you watch my review and you'll see what I said about this. This is like 45 euros. It's quite cheap. And this thing, as I see it, should be used for things like working on HVAC and inverters and switch mode power supplies, because
Could be good enough for a car as well.
for auto electric. So you've got your multimeter, and then you can just switch the scope, and you can see. So in the video I show this on the motherboard. I show the BIOS being activated. I show the VRMs running.
As long as you don't need high resolution, it's fine.
Yeah. And I get on my signal generator up to about 7 meg. It's limited to 5 meg because of the leads. It's fine. I then go to test the power supply with it, and just before I connect it, I read the manual, and it says this is 600 volt input. It says it is 600 volt.
Yeah.
I get close.
Yeah.
Okay, but the manual says 300.
But the manual says for the oscilloscope, it's 300. It's the same lead, same connection, but it says the oscilloscope is limited to 300 volts.
So that could be that it switches over with
Well,
what's it called? A relay inside.
I don't do anything going quick, but I then messaged Zotek, which you own the Zoyu brand. So look, I'm reviewing this, and as far as I can see, I can't give this a totally positive review because this thing is intended to work on high voltage equipment like it would with a multimeter, and it only takes 300 volts. I can't connect this to a switch mode power supply, for example, to see if, you know, on the MOSFET output of your switching.
Because it's over 300.
So are you sure? Are you sure it's only up to 300? They sent a message back saying, "Oh, you must stay within the limit." You know,
the standard.
the standard. Otherwise, you might damage the protection components. Okay, that's
Eric
darkness.
asked.
Okay, yeah. I don't know. Oh, let me just show you something else of this as well. By the way, if you press the power button quickly, like I did like this, it switches over. Like,
Oh, it flips the screen.
it flips the screen between vertical and horizontal. So anyway,
That's useful.
yeah. So the question I'm going to ask you guys: when I made the review, I only tested this within the manufacturer's specs.
Yeah, 300
Because
volts.
I'm not forced to do that. It's entirely up to me, but I think it's reasonable to test it within its specs.
Yeah, of course. If you go outside the specs, even if it's actually labeled as 600.
Yeah, you should do it. But now I've reviewed it. I can do whatever I want with it.
Yeah.
So today, a little bit later today, we're going to connect this to a switch mode power supply and see whether it actually works at above 300 volts if it blows up.
So
Cartha's reading your mind there.
Yes. So, guys, the question is, I want you to get voting. We'll do it in maybe about 20 minutes. Will it blow up or will it just work at... And the switch mode from my bench supply seems to have about 330, 340 volts
so
on the switching.
over the limit.
Yes,
rated
at least
limit,
10%,
yeah.
if not more. Okay, so that's the question.
So you want to kill me? I don't have a will. You know? I don't have any money to give you.
Yes.
I'm poor.
So anyway, think about it and get voting and let us know. We'll try it a bit later on today's live stream. Yeah?
You're saying this is specific.
Dutch wants to kill me.
This is specifically made for car mechanics, HVAC.
I think this is great for car mechanics, auto electrics. I think it's great for audio engineers because not only can you measure the voltage amplifier, you can just stick your probe on and see if you've got a signal.
Yeah, you can also.
If you want to see more accurately, yes, get your scope.
Oh, let me show the people these probes.
Oh, yeah, I would buy new ones.
The probes are not good, so we can stick.
This is never rated for 600 volts.
No,
No.
10 amp max.
Well, you don't do current. So
It doesn't do current. There's no current
I'm
range.
not worried about current, but this.
Well, we can change the probes. You can put all the probes on.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
I don't want to die yet.
But the great thing with this would be if I'm on an amplifier or something, I can actually get right down with a probe.
Yeah.
A scope probe, you're limited where you can stick the thing sometimes.
Yeah, you
Where
need
you
you need
physically-
to clip the ground lead quite close to where you're probing.
So anyway, I think it may not read past 300 reliably.
Yeah,
But at
that's
some
my guess.
point the meter would blow up. The thing is, it says 600 volts on the meter. So technically that means you could have this connected to something, touch the button which switches between meter and scope and it blows up.
Okay. This is what you think the inputs will change. Then that could be a thing.
Yeah, it's too easy to change the
Yeah,
settings.
yes, yeah. All you do is press this button and that's switching between meter and scope.
Yeah.
So to raise a voice for this meter, I
Yeah.
could use this because
Yeah.
for me 12 volt is high voltage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it worked. It
Yes, it
worked.
is.
It worked really well. It didn't do the Mr. Bleep test and a few things, but it worked. It read low value resistors really well
Okay.
because it has you short the leads and hit this button and it zeros.
That's good.
And it's read 1 picofarad capacitors fine. It zeroed on the capacitors. It had a lot of things. I thought, you know what, for 45
Does it have a
euros.
protocol analyzer?
No.
It doesn't work for me.
I was asking for you.
and you know, the other thing I really like with this, if you get the camera on here,
Is that USB-C?
Drinking the horrible thing right now. Yeah.
it's USB-C.
Oh,
But,
see,
however-
something for me again. Oh, this is the wrong one.
However,
This is the wrong one.
it has. You see, you can't
No,
plug
people,
anything into it.
people can't see this because it's too dark.
Why not?
Light, please.
Yeah. Okay.
Come on,
I'm
come
the camera lighting boy.
So they're blocked off, yeah.
Yeah.
To use them, you have to take this off,
Yeah. Then
and then you can switch it over.
slide over. Yeah, so you don't connect it with something.
Yeah, so it says in the manual so that you can't, because the ground of the meter
It's the same.
is the same as the ground of the USB.
You know, this is pretty clever.
Yeah, you can see the USB now.
Yeah, actually,
But it blocks off the thing.
that was pretty good.
I
actually.
think this is pretty clever because you can't kill yourself.
You
that
can't
way.
kill yourself, yeah.
Or kill your computers.
Yeah,
with that.
yeah. So you can't use a meter
Yeah,
and
so-
have the USB connected. I think
That-
that's
that's good.
great.
That's a good feature.
Because you can stick this on hot ground or something. And if
Yeah,
you've got
yeah,
your
exactly.
computer, if you have your PC attached to that USB, it's not going to like it.
No.
And you're not
your
gonna-
PC doesn't like
And
that.
you're not going to like the results.
Yeah.
That-
Nobody will like the results then.
That's a kaboom moment,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Okay, so guys, a little bit later today, get your guests in, get your votes in. We're going to connect it to a switchboard and see what it
Poor
does.
little thing.
Yeah.
But it probably won't die.
And I actually like it. But so many people say, it'll be fine. I think, go on. For you guys, I'm going to try it.
Dutch Linux wanted to kill me. He wanted me to test a flyback with that thing.
That's what we're going to test.
A flyback transformer.
No. No, we're going to test the switchboard.
15,000 volts.
No, side service. Please stick to English, please, because I think nobody here reads Russian.
Yeah,
Ukrainian?
it's Russian, yeah. And no, I don't read Russian. Sorry. I would like to know all languages, but it's too hard.
I'm looking to restrict the speed of a power drill connected to a rotary disc. My question is, how do I reduce the speed whenever? So switch. Well, I'm sorry.
Let's see. Looking to restrict the speed of a power drill connected to a rotary disc, rotating disc. Oh, you mean you can reduce? It's pulse. Is it pulse wave modulation, or is
Maybe.
What's the question?
or is it just raw current? Pretty much, it limits the current with the trigger. It depends if it has a pop there or it goes directly to a.
Oh no, this is just switches.
It's on and off. Yeah. No, there are some that have sensitive triggers, but that's a pot, pretty much. Sliding pot.
Yeah.
So if it's a sliding pot, you can just do a voltage divider at the output. And
What's the question?
She wants to reduce the speed of a rotating drill.
Okay, right. Any pot you stick in there will pass the same current as the drill passes.
Yeah.
No, it won't work with pot. You need.
So whatever the wattage is of the pot.
Yeah, it's usually quite beefy.
Carver had the answer. ESC, electronic speed control.
Yeah, you can't put you can't use a pot because the same current would flow through the pot.
Yeah, no.
And if you want to reduce it to half the speed, what's the wattage of the drill?
No. I don't mean that the power goes through the pot. The pot is just a signal to let through. It has like it uses a MOSFET on the other side.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Um,
So it uses the pot for the signal on how fast or how much current to pass through, pretty much, for the MOSFET. It's not going through the pot, obviously, otherwise it would burn off.
And can you clarify here, please?
But there
Is
are...
the power drill connected to mains or does it run on a battery pack?
Yeah, because that makes a difference. Because normally battery pack thingies use a controller instead, a speed controller. So it depends on the build and how it's done. Usually expensive parts, speed controller, otherwise MOSFET.
can I just mention a bit more about this?
It's mains.
Main.
Okay, now can we also just mention that the motor in this drill will have multiple windings and it's probably being run at high frequency.
Yeah.
No,
So
it's coming from mains. So
Yeah, but
there won't be speed control.
Okay, fine.
No, it will use the 60 hertz.
Okay, because if it's using to get the fast rotation, normally have multiple windings. You have to have a drive circuit in there, driving the motor. So reducing the voltage won't actually slow it down.
No,
you just reduce the torque.
Yeah. If it uses a ESC, pretty much. But you can check how many cables come off the motor inside. If it's just two, it's using a PWM signal.
Yeah. Anyway, motherboard.
Can please somebody tell me, oh, you're so brave.
You're so brave.
That's poison.
We'll give you some beer.
I need a beer now.
And that, I drink real poison.
I got something for you.
Oh, thanks.
Before I forget this. You were talking about last time about
Oh, yeah.
where do I store my
So
everything SMD or something.
yeah, so I have a lot of these small ribbons with a lot of components inside from the big rolls you can buy. So, but I need better storage because these ribbons take up a lot of space.
I take the components out of the ribbons and stick them in little pots.
Yeah, so
Or bags.
I was thinking of designing something in, with the 3D printer, but Detlef told me he had one with individual lids for every component. So this will work great actually, because I can just dump them in, an entire ribbon with, let's say, 50 components will fit nicely here.
50. You can put it 500 transistors in there.
Yeah,
in one of
pretty
these.
much. That's what I mean.
But take them off the ribbon.
I usually buy 50 or 100 of each. So
And then this is empty. Yeah, this is so weird when you know you have 50 transistors in there and you think, okay, wow.
what side opens? Oh,
This side.
this side. So this is great because you can label it, and you can just open it up and pick out the ones you need, and then you just close it, and you don't have disaster happen. Because
Absolutely, yeah.
that happens a lot when I'm doing multiple PCBs at once. When I'm assembling, I take out the amount I need, and then I just put away everything.
You guys should do gift exchanges on this.
This is the way I do it. So I have these drawers, like the wrappers, the drawers.
I do that as well.
And I actually take the components off the ribbons.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
and stick them in little plastic bags.
That's a good
30k,
solution.
and then they all sit in here, all stacked up. So each one has a value written on and a size.
But
And they all fit in one drawer.
It's faster to find them if you have them stacked like that.
Well, not really, because I keep them in order, so it goes 10, 12, you see, 15,
the
20.
difference is I don't have the patience for that.
I won't have the patience for this too.
That's how
I simply write on the
I'll buy like 5 of these and just stack them on top of each other with different components.
Yeah, static is a problem there. C voltage. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, fine.
Yeah,
I can
but
give it
resistors and capacitors and
But,
stuff.
but in fact,
for
I never
micros, maybe.
I never had a problem with these. I even store microprocessors in these. I never had a
Yeah.
problem
And
with
MOSFETs.
Yeah.
MOSFETs are the ones with the
Yeah,
really careful
MOSFETs, yeah,
floating gates.
Oh yeah, I know what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to open this up and label them with a laser at home.
these. Ooh, fancy.
I need one for my capacitors. I have a little book with the resistors already, but like I said, the small strips take up so much space, and getting them out, you have to pull them out, and then try to peel the stupid plastic thing, and then dump one out, and then disappears from existence.
This is why I use a little
Yeah,
bag.
so
Casa says, I have no system yet, everything is in random places to law. Yeah, I've been there too. But,
yeah, same here. But it takes so long to do something when you need. Where is it? I know it's here. Where is it?
Exactly. This is why I use the system.
I have too little space at home. I have a corner. I haven't shown my workshop recently, but I have a little corner I work in, and all my stuff is there, and it's horrible.
GeForce said, as AI says, for simpler and potential cheaper solutions, this is still the thing unasked. You could use a phase-controlled lamp dimmer circuit and a thyristor or triac to handle the current efficiently to reduce speed. But
I'm still not sure it will reduce the speed.
I don't think it will reduce the speed because
Just
the
the
frequency will stay the same.
Yeah. Correct.
You're just reducing the torque. So
Yeah.
when you're drilling, the thing will probably go slower because the torque isn't there anymore.
Yeah.
If you want to do this right, you probably have to go for a frequency
Yeah.
Change.
changer.
Why don't you just buy a drill? That's variable speed. I mean,
Well,
job done.
yeah, my
No, but no, it has variable speed, but it doesn't go lower than a
Oh, I see.
set amount.
Yeah, you have to have a trigger, don't you?
Yeah, so the trigger starts at a fixed amount.
Yeah.
So probably, yeah, it depends on if it has a micro or not, pretty much. Otherwise, you can change the values of the stuff that's before the switch.
Rory asked how many SMGs are lost before usage. Lots.
Lots.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Thank you, Carter. Very frequency drive.
Correct.
Yeah, thank you.
I-
Frequenzumspanner, yeah.
I usually lose entire ribbons.
No, I never was that.
So, yeah, and then I order new ones, and then I find them after the other ones come in. So yeah, no, it's a normal occurrence.
And Chris suggests battery power 24 euros at AliExpress. Go for Richard's code, and it's even cheaper.
Yes. Guys, use the code. Yeah.
Yeah, Richard gets a kickback, I think. So
I always had a commission from AliExpress because I was an affiliate.
Yeah.
seller, but and I get the same commission. But if you use the codes, I'll tell you
It
that
doesn't affect you at all.
no, I'll tell you that the amount that you guys are saving as a percentage is more than the percentage of the commission that I get.
Yeah.
You actually benefit more than I do. So
What
yeah.
have they?
Okay.
Okay.
So
I'm just going to save the
yeah.
cable.
Can I ask, has anybody tried the AliExpress codes? Have anybody? I mean, we know because I know how much is going through, but
Yeah, not yet.
Yeah.
I haven't ordered since you put them up.
Yeah.
I ordered a day before you put up your video.
the new ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Julie says we're getting about 150 sales a day, roughly.
That's not bad. That's a lot of
About
sales.
150 sales a day.
So
So
influencer. Yeah.
influencer account, yeah.
I would say.
But so that's you guys saving a lot of money.
And AliExpress is happy with that.
And AliExpress happy with that, yeah. So this motherboard.
You bought something on Vastra again?
Okay, right. So if you guys recall, I was showing you this on the last live stream. This is the i5 10th generation with the motherboard. And we had a look to see how much the processor was bored and how much the worth.
Yeah.
And I didn't know if it worked. So in the between time, I actually connected my power supply, and it boots up and makes a bleeping noise to say there's no RAM, because there is no RAM.
Yeah.
But I didn't have any DDR4 to try it with. It's in my machines. I didn't want to strip one down. So it does boot up, and it probably works. But anyway, today I found something else at the car boot sale. This motherboard and processor, I said I paid €45 or something.
Yeah.
Very expensive in comparison. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shows you guys the other thing.
So I'll show you. So I found this today.
Oh.
I found this at the car boot sale today.
Okay.
And I paid 40. The guy wanted €50, and I said no, and I gave him 40. You want to show him what it says on the sticker first before you do that? So on the front it says Intel Core 5.
i5, yeah.
It has, look, it has USB 3. It has USB-C.
Yep.
USB-C, yeah. And it's
Back.
an ATX type motherboard with more USB 3.
DisplayPort, HDMI.
DisplayPort and HDMI and VGA.
And VGA.
So I paid 40. He wanted 50, and I said 30, and he said no. I said 40. He said yeah, okay. So
40?
I paid 40.
Oh,
I wish what I've got.
holy shit. Okay, you probably need to clean this thing before you boot it up. There's no airflow at all.
Okay.
There's literally no place for the air to go.
Okay.
It's just dust.
So it's full of dust.
Yeah. Okay. NVMe drive.
NVMe drive. Can you focus on the NVMe?
I don't even see what. Oh, there it is. Okay.
There. Okay. So
Is it this end? 512 gigabytes.
yeah, it's an Intel branded one.
Intel branded 512 gig NVMe.
And there's enough space for a second one. Ooh.
Where's
yeah.
it? There's enough
Yeah.
space for a second
That's
NVMe.
getting
So take one of the strips of RAM out.
Yep. Well.
This
Oh,
end,
the other side. Yeah.
yeah.
Still.
RAM out. See what we have in these.
There we go. Crucial. It's a 8 gigabyte stick, so there's two probably.
Yeah, probably 2 8 gigabyte strips in there.
You usually don't put mix and match.
Of DDR4, what, 7?
Yeah.
So we have 2 strips of DDR4.
Oh, they did mix and match,
Did they?
but it's
Probably 8 gigabytes is an addition then.
Yeah, 8 gigabytes.
So we have 2 8 gigabyte strips, but
it's-
not matched.
Single-sided, so it's one.
This was probably crashing a lot because of airflow.
Yep.
And
Okay.
this is probably why they're selling it so cheap.
Because if you pick out all that dust,
Which we will do in a minute.
Sorry.
yeah, give me a pick and I'll fix it for you.
Okay, so
Zero airflow means it's silent. I don't think so. I think
No, it will be screaming.
this little fan will be screaming at your
is it
face.
the right way around? She doesn't want to go easily.
Yeah, it is. These connectors are horrible.
Are you sure that's the right way around to normally go in easily?
Sorry for the weird.
No, they usually don't. These new ones are such a pain in the ass. It is the right way around.
It doesn't seem to be.
No, and it has to go in on the one side first. This one. Yeah. No, it is the right way
Fine.
around.
Okay.
It is, Richard. Well, it should be. Yeah. No, the notch is there.
Okay.
The stupid cable is actually
In the way.
in the
Okay.
way, but there is a notch on one side that goes in, and you have to force it down. I hate these new things, by the way. And then you have to press both sides at the same time, and it clicks in eventually. There we go.
Okay, so.
So it's a pain in the ass to put in the new ones.
Yeah.
All DDR4 and
I
5s.
never had much trouble with the DDR4, but go
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, no, there are some motherboards that do this stupid thing.
Okay, and so that's what I have for my €40, and then
That's not bad.
yeah, but hold on, have a look what it says down underneath the NVMe. Can you get the camera angle in there? You can just so it's an Asus motherboard, and under there, under that edge, can you just read it?
No, I can't get
No,
in that. I can't get in that. No.
I can't see it either.
Okay. Simply tell the folks.
So under here it says
Or give me a screwdriver.
it says H610M-E.
Yeah.
So it's a H610 motherboard. That is an Intel 12th, 13th or 14th generation, 14th being the current.
Not bad.
Well, power it up.
Let's power it up. Do you want to see if it works, guys?
Give me a pick first. I don't want to see it die. Give me a small pick first.
Sadly, we don't have a vacuum here.
Yeah.
But
I'll pick up the fluff and show you how much there is.
fluff again.
No, I'm not going to burn it.
Here we go.
Thank you.
So yeah, €40.
Oh, this is thick.
Yeah, it's at least a 12th gen. If it has the original processor in, which I'm thinking it's all bolted down, so it probably does have.
Okay, that's it. Whoa, cancer inducing. Yeah, stay back. I'm the asthmatic one. I shouldn't be doing this. Okay, fluff.
Ah, great.
I have to pick it out because it solidified.
I probably will pick this out a whole week from the desk here.
Yeah, pretty much. It's solidified because I pressed down on it.
Okay.
Lon, you know, as long as it runs, yes, but
For
even if one of the components, the hard drive or the RAM works,
or the processor works.
Yeah, this is already paid the price, even
For-
if the processor is a goner. You bastard!
Yeah.
I had to. It was too much.
For
shit.
€40,
Okay.
as I said, the 16 gig of RAM is worth about 30 something.
Yeah, we checked for.
Yeah, for €40, but I think it might work.
Yeah, that looks okay.
So we need to connect to the VGA.
Let me check the power supply outlet. Oh, it doesn't have an outlet for the power supply. Yeah, there we go.
But by the way, guys, this has not been tested. This is real life live. We've not tried this. I don't know what it's going to do.
Get them.
I don't know what's going to happen.
Gooch powder.
It can't be a super fast. Mind, having said that, the latest i5 is a fairly low current. The power supply's under there. But.
Yeah, but it can be quite fast. And I'm not saying it's like the new i7s or i9s.
Right, switch it on.
Yeah, sure, go for it. We're still here.
We're still here.
Okay, power button.
Does it start?
Yes,
It starts.
Fan spin.
Fan spin.
According to Louis Rossmann, that's all you need.
Can I switch this to the other input on the
Yeah,
monitor?
probably you can.
How do you do it?
I have no idea.
1 and 2 there. Just press 1 or 2.
What? Oh, it's booting up.
Yeah.
It's booting.
4000 megahertz memory.
Can we
It's
get?
even good memory.
Yeah, okay, let's get the camera on it.
But
I have the camera on it.
they had the memory set to 3200. I don't know why.
It's booting.
It's probably because it crashed a lot.
It's booting.
They reduced the memory speed in the BIOS.
So if we stick a USB keyboard or mouse in, let's have a look to see.
This is even English.
Ooh,
Okay.
fancy.
More flux!
There are dust bunnies everywhere.
I'm just finding a USB mouse.
I need a shower
I have one.
after this cleanup. So it probably was randomly crashing, and that's why they sold it. You're right about that.
Yeah.
Just put
I don't need a keyboard.
No, mouse is on.
Yes, you need, because
What?
On-screen keyboard. Oh yeah.
Oh, there's a password on it.
Okay, but
try user, because it says
So you
user.
need a keyboard.
You can steal the keyboard from the other PC.
No, I have one here.
No.
Let's not dismantle.
one thing Richard has is spares. That's for sure. He has a mountain back there.
Okay, keyboard.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Let's
I think for €40, this is a steal.
Yeah, I think Judge password is user. I think the same. Yeah,
User. No.
with a big U at the beginning.
No. Admin.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, more suggestions, guys.
Test.
Reinstall Windows.
Yeah, pretty much.
Look, can
Password. Yeah, password.
if we reboot and get into the BIOS, we can see what process it
Did you
is.
try
No password?
Did you try password?
Password hint.
Administration's forecourt. What's that mean? Is that Scandinavian language of some sort?
No, it's nothing I can recognize.
Rory says Chimsy press escape.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Can you go into the thing here and switch account or something to it?
It looks to Apple ID.
No, they removed that a while ago. You can get to those prompts.
Forecourt. No, okay.
Control Shift Escape. Nope. They
Somebody tried to translate that.
Dark Depth suggests admin.
yeah, that's already tested.
Just with a big A.
Yeah, that's also tested. Yeah, so it has a real password.
Norwegian says Carther.
Yeah.
Just type Forecourt Telse.
Click the visible thing so you can see it. If you click the little eye, then you can make sure you type the thing right.
Yeah.
There we want to try some. Well, you know, if the
Hold on, that's it. Forecourt else.
looks good.
Okay.
Fine.
Oh, jeez. Nope.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
We can't get into this.
Yeah. If this would have been needed, I would put it into a Linux. Do I have a Linux here? Yes, we have a Linux here.
Do we?
Yeah, over in the USB box, USB key box.
Okay.
I'll restart here and going to
Try
the BIOS.
ABC 1, 2, 3.
Too late.
All right. Right. Normally, I'd say with this machine,
Reinstall.
we would be reinstalling.
Right,
Yeah. Yeah. So just trying to. Should we show the people how to reset a password on a Windows machine?
I'm not great.
There should be one of the metal USB sticks with a V on it.
Give me a minute now to show the USB sticks.
Okay, so now you guys know the famous USB box we have over here.
A metal one with a V on.
Yeah, and I'm always the guy who says, "Okay, can I format this?" And then
That says SDI.
not this one, the other one.
Ventoy.
Ventoy.
Okay. Yeah, you show the guys. Guys, watch and learn. Oh, we're in the BIOS.
Yeah, I wonder.
What's the processor?
Oh yeah, we could check that. Give me a sec.
I
Advanced
would look for temperature more. Than
processor information. 12th gen.
It's a 12th gen i5-12400. Okay, that's what I got for my €40. If anybody can work out if I actually got a decent product for a decent price.
You did.
With 16 gig of DDR4,
Yeah.
512 gig.
And inside I left all the company bank information out, also 2,500 bitcoins with no password protection, just saying, okay, we should get in there.
Okay. Why is the memory set to 3,200
I
when
don't know.
it's 4,000?
Go into the... I wouldn't worry about it for now. Let's just see if we get into it.
I'm just going to check. They didn't use SMP. Okay, fine.
Okay.
Target cache frequency, and then
Right.
it's used. Okay, good. Yeah, no, I wanted to see what it had inside. Oh yeah, F8. No, F11.
Now you're ready at Windows.
Yeah.
That wants to do something, yeah. Yeah, you press F12, I think, to get into the boot menu.
That could work. Yeah.
Or F8.
Yeah.
Oh, on my... it's F8.
Restart.
Switch it off.
Oh yeah.
No, restart. You always go restart. Because this does a really restart of Windows.
Really? Okay, I thought you had to use that switch off and on to
No.
get into the BIOS.
No, 12.
F12. Yeah. Switch to number
Yeah, I
2
know.
on the screen.
Yeah. This is the microscope screen you've seen there, yeah.
Two.
Thomas says
No.
no understands the
No,
fascination.
you need to switch the machine off.
Yeah, no. It went through the BIOS. It's not F12. Pretty much.
Well, get back into the BIOS then.
Yeah, I will.
G4Z or F2. I already
F2.
and I came across F2. Yeah.
F10, F12, yeah.
F8 could be 2. Yeah.
Okay,
no,
switch the
I
screen
hate
again.
this.
No video output.
Yeah,
now.
no, it will be back in a few seconds. There we go.
Okay.
Yay!
I just switched the primary input.
Now press F8. Press F8, and then choose
Yeah,
your
cool.
device you want to boot from.
Which
Which is where's the USB? Is it not plugged in yet? Is it? Is
No,
it?
it's in the front.
That's my USB disc.
That's my USB disc.
It's
This one.
Partition 1 or partition 2?
I have no idea. We'll try it.
Click that one.
Let's click the first one.
Go for
It
it.
should just boot.
Save and exit.
Well, you shouldn't have to do that. It should just boot from there.
Okay.
I usually have to save and exit as well.
On my okay,
It depends on the
I
motherboard.
have a
I
machine with a
guess.
similar BIOS.
On the, I have a tough Asus gaming BIOS, and it doesn't do that. So.
Okay.
Oh, there's a tip from PM Crisp. Click Save Mode with Command Prompt in the Command Prompt window, and type User as Administrator - active yes. Okay, this is an idea.
Yeah, we go into safe mode and okay. Restart. F8 is for safe mode.
F8 will give you the boot menu, I think, on this machine. Let me try it.
You should have do the thing where you do Shift reboot. Then you get into the Windows thing.
Oh yeah, right. You're right.
You know where you were before?
Yeah.
If you just double click on the drive you want to boot, it will just boot from it.
Well, currently we're discussing this.
Right. Now go. Right. Now choose your boot device.
It's right here.
Okay.
your
Right. I told you wanted to put the thing there.
Guys, I think this is taking way too long.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, the people are getting bored. I'm getting bored.
Yeah. We have to restart. And then F8.
Without F8.
So F8 is the boot menu on this stupid thing.
Yeah. That's what's that. I have a motherboard with the same BIOS.
There's nothing like hacking Windows to make a video go viral online.
Yeah. True.
F8. Right. Now you choose your device. Then double click on it with the mouse. Point at it and double click. There you go. It'll boot.
Ooh, let's see if Winter comes up.
No.
Oh, okay. They can't boot from it for some reason.
Try the other one.
Partition.
Try the other
1, 2.
partition.
Yeah. So.
F8.
Yeah. There.
And then go choose the other partition and double click.
Yeah. If it stays still. Oh yeah.
There you go.
Secure boot.
There you go.
Give me.
See, I do those
Give me.
Windows
No, Project Magic, please.
Parted magic.
Yeah.
There we go.
Normal mode works.
Yeah.
Should work.
Okay.
Yeah, I have an image as well with.
Can anybody work out how much this might be worth for the
Richard.
components?
And let it boot.
It should be quite fast.
Maybe if it activates USB 3.
It detected it in the USB 3 port, so I hope so.
Side service. Guys, are you serious? Password should be written on a piece of paper and stuck to the monitor.
Yes.
You're so right, yeah.
Unfortunately, I didn't get the monitor. I only got
Blaming the seller here.
Yeah.
He didn't write it on the case, right?
No. Well,
Wasn't there talk about a beer?
there was talking a bit.
Because I still have this horrible taste in my mouth.
It's smelling big.
That's true. That's coming from the fan thing.
Yeah.
Detlef, would you like a tropical or a San Miguel?
I'm sticking with tropical.
Tropical
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
I'm actually going to do the same.
Our fridge now looks like.
Were you drinking your heads off without me? I saw absolute vodka bottle in the fridge.
Okay.
Why this is booting?
Let me tell the story. So somebody gave me this fridge. One of our neighbours were moving out.
Oh yeah.
And they said, we've got a fridge, do you want it? You can have it for free. So myself and Detlef went and picked it up and said, well, that's up to use at the office. And when we brought the fridge here at the office, it got a bottle of Absolute vodka in it.
Yeah,
that was free as well.
We didn't ask.
It's so cheap here, so it's not a big win. In Sweden, that bottle is not even legal to sell because it's too big.
So yeah, so that was in the free fridge.
Yeah,
Free vodka in the free fridge. Works here.
that bottle costs about 11 euros here.
Really?
Carter knows what it costs in Sweden.
This is 700 ml, so you're going to sell it
Yeah,
in Sweden.
and
This is 700 ml. Yeah.
The 1
Oh,
litre
no,
bottles
that's-
are about 13 or
Yeah,
14.
13 euros. So Ja, den är 700. Same as in
Onkel
Sweden.
Motvik, I think
230
Carlos tried admin as
Kronor, so it's about 23
23, about 23 euros.
Yeah.
Carlos says it's 20 euros in Sweden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's double the price and it's made in Sweden.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
And that came free with the free fridge. Let's just do something while we're talking away. Any more interesting questions? If it's
You can use a vodka for cleaning as well.
Is it vodka?
It's really strong stuff. So
Doctor, gotta go. See you later, man.
One moment. Is it vodka?
oh yeah, that's vodka.
Oh yeah.
Don't drop this into my amplifier.
Just vodka.
Yeah, you can clean a computer with that without any issues.
Yeah.
Vice says you gotta go. Rory, don't you want to stay for the vodka thing?
Start doing shots.
Oh,
I took my meds, so that would affect me pretty bad.
So we'll wait for that thing to keep going.
Yeah.
Questions?
Yeah,
So, it's okay. Any questions?
If you think what's going on there, I'll show you what the monitor currently does. If I can get this in focus.
There's a lot of dots.
Yeah, it's loading this into RAM, so it's slow.
Okay, we'll
This will
wait.
This will take a moment.
While we wait,
And then we're going to do something naughty with it.
with what?
With that thing to do with the password. Is that
Oh,
what you
no,
mean?
we simply reset it.
Oh, okay. We reset it. Okay. So yeah, I don't actually really know how to do that because I've never bothered.
No,
No, I would. This is just for the channel.
Just for the channel. This is
Yeah,
purely.
guys, you decide. If you want to see us resetting the password, we can do this. It will probably take 10 minutes or something, or we could do something more interesting because I always think this is boring.
What makes Tesla good quality?
Ooh,
I think Tesla is a very subjective thing.
okay, so there are graded test leads. Those are better than the normal ones because they are tested in laboratories and stuff. But those are generally a lot more expensive. But they do have a certificate for a range, let's say.
I mean, people bitch about these Teslas.
Yeah,
I mean,
they
you've seen
hard
my Teslas, the hard
plastic.
with very long and very sharp probes. And people bitch about these, but I absolutely love these Teslas.
So depends on the use case, I'm guessing. Because if you use those test leads on a, let's say, high voltage line.
I use one main stuff.
Yeah, but that's not really high voltage.
Okay, yeah, true.
There is a lot higher voltage, let's say.
Oh, there's one for you, Rich. LP Static asks, my old eyes need some sort of microscope for surface mount. What you recommend, please?
Say it again. What was the question?
He needs a microscope.
No, okay.
The optical one.
The question is, try soldering with one eye closed. Put an eye patch on and try soldering. If you can do it, then get a USB microscope. If you can't, get an optical microscope, binocular.
With the two, because you get stereoscopic vision, so you get 3D vision in a microscope.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you get a flat image like this, and you can't get that depth sensation. I can solder fine with these, but Richard struggles a little bit.
I struggle a lot.
Yeah, so it depends on how much video games you play, pretty much, because video games is a flat screen with a 3D representation, it's the same.
Yeah. Well, I would also say, you put an eye patch on, or cover one eye, or close one eye, and try soldering for 10 minutes.
So these are called monocular. The ones that Richard has is a triocular, because it has a camera mount on top.
As well as a binocular.
But it is a binocular.
Well, you've used both. What do you think of my binocular
Yeah,
microscope?
I like the binocular one, but the price difference is so brutal.
Yes, correct.
Would you buy this as a used one? Just thinking out loud.
Yes.
If you can find one.
An optical used one.
I would, but I would clean it the hell out of it.
Yeah.
Can I just talk about microscope? Sorry, meter probes we were talking about. These ones, so Dad gave me these meter probes. So these are from Ali, I think.
They're from Ali, yeah.
And these I really like. You try yourself. This feels like
This is rubber. This is silicone rubber.
I use them all the time. I use them all the time.
This is silicone rubber.
See.
Oh, thank you.
Ooh, Richard.
Try Office NT password dated by Pogo Stick.
Yeah, I think we're using this. Yeah. as soon as the thing loads. Yeah.
These are
Thanks,
also
Richard.
quite long.
Yeah, good flexible leads.
Good flexible leads, quite long.
I stabbed myself.
And they're pretty
Extremely sharp.
And they're pretty sharp. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually stabbed through my shorts.
Yeah, they do that. Yeah. I speak from experience. Yeah.
So yeah, these
Good leads.
How much were these, Dad?
They're not expensive.
I think they're $12 or something.
About 12
Yeah.
bucks. They they do cost you a bit, but they
Okay, if you compare.
Oh, John says
with
those are
50 cents.
AliExpress for €5.50 multimeter probes are more expensive than 250 ones. Well, I can't
well
remember
worth it,
because
yeah.
We have them for some
Look,
time now. Yeah.
when buying an AliExpress, if you go for the 50-cent stuff when it usually costs 20 or 30, you're getting crap. But if you go about 5 or 10-ish, you're going to get good stuff from China. Normally, you can't cheap out too much because they can't do magic. they have to spend something. Either the wire is so thin you blow on it and it breaks inside, or the rubber degrades in your hands, or in the worst case scenario, you get a shock of your life when you use it the first time. So get something about let's say 30% of the price of brand stuff, and you should be fine.
Do you guys think my €40 i5-12-400, whatever it is, 12th generation, yeah.
I
Do
would
you
say-
think if we take the motherboard out of this case, because it's a standard ATX motherboard, and we stick my RTX 3060 in it, it might make a nice
You can record.
combination and put it into like a bigger case, you know, with a proper power supply.
You mean so your graphics card fits?
So my graphics card fits
You can actually
RTX
make it
3060.
fit in this already.
Yeah, but I'm thinking the power supply, which is the little thing tucked under
it
there,
will probably die.
will probably die. So I think take the motherboard out, stick it into more of a full-size ATX, put the RTX 3060 in. Does that make a good combination?
Yeah, this is good enough for video editing even.
So I'm thinking-
you probably would upgrade the RAM to 2 16 sticks if you want to do a little
And
heavier
you can
stuff.
put fast, but the process probably, you have to
Talking about microscopes,
Oh,
let me show the guys the poor man's microscopes.
oh yeah,
oh yeah,
Stay open. Ding.
yeah,
So
yeah. Try this.
those work. I have sunglasses in the same form factor.
Yep.
So
But
Yeah.
good eyes. Yeah. So you simply clip them on your reading
Yeah.
glasses, and then you get magnifications.
as long as you use glasses, these are
in
fine.
very high def.
Yeah, but you can't see shit for the
Yeah. As soon as you look up, you don't see anything.
Can I also mention, actually, rather than the microscope, if you want something cheap, get one of the, like
Yeah, of course.
yeah, like it's like the round thing with a big magnifying glass and a light around the edge
Yeah.
of it.
That's what works.
On like the cantilever arm.
that works.
Get one of
really
those
well.
sort of about 5 diopter, and they're cheap, and you have your stereo vision through them. And also with the microscope, by the way, you don't want like 400 times magnification. To work for solder, you want between about 3.5 and 7 times. That's what
Yeah,
you don't need more than that.
mine has 70 on the big microscope.
Yeah, but you
I
can't
have.
solder it that.
No. You have to be so close for that to work even.
Yeah.
So you burn the microscope anyway. So depends on the field of vision, how long the focus is. Because if you can get full magnification from this distance, it's perfect because then you can get in there. But if the magnification is at a very short throw, then you can't get the soldering iron underneath.
So okay, with my optical one you can, but
Yeah, you have a
mine,
lot of space.
I have the lens because I have various lenses. Mine
Yeah.
set on 3.5 to 35.
Yeah, exactly.
And I never go up to the top end of that.
Yeah.
So 3.5 to 7 times the microscope. Or get one if you get one of those the big, what do they call them, ring light things?
Yeah.
The cantilever things. That will say diopters. Now diopters is not the same thing as magnification times.
No, it's not.
There's a formula in one.
It's about
you divide diopters by 4, then add 1. But anyway, those things, if they say 5 diopter, they fine. It gives you about 2.5 to 3 times magnification, and they're fine.
The bigger the
The bigger the round, then you can work both eyes
bigger
through
the
it.
magnification.
Yeah,
as well.
and you should get one of those for about 30 bucks or something,
Yeah.
30 to 40.
But my microscope cost about $30 too.
But I gave you more, much better one.
Actually, mine has
Okay.
because I can connect it to a big screen.
Yeah.
I can see a lot more detail. But
Yeah, okay.
for recording, that one's better. The one you gave me, but obviously, because it has sharper. But I've noticed with the lights from your microscope, with my microscope, the
Yeah.
picture looks actually better than mine. It's the light. It's these stupid ring lights. These kinds.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah. So for the other ones, it's the ring lights that you put on the actual head.
Yeah.
They suck.
Uh-huh.
Because the light goes straight down, bounces off reflective. It's polarized straight down, so it goes directly up to the light source. But if you have light sources from an angle, they go down and bounce to the side. So these ones right here. Oh,
These things.
those are shit, but they do work in a pinch. I have 2 of those.
Yeah, the ones that are like a flexible, like a gooseneck.
Yeah, those are a lot better
a lot
because
better.
you can point them
As you want.
as an angle, and usually if you tweak the angle, you can see the text on ICs and stuff that is practically invisible.
Yeah,
from
and
the
I
top.
think I gave you the magic with the gooseneck. I think on that.
Yeah, that has.
Yeah. So why is this thing taking so long?
I have no idea. But I would continue with something more interesting.
Well,
like
we need to give up
like
on this then.
looking on dots.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have never seen this before.
We had a discussion about about lights. I guess.
Dutch Linux is crap, guys. Please, come on. This is don't
Insult
No.
don't insult this.
He was. He's not insulting Dutch Linux.
Okay, good. Okay.
He didn't put a comma there.
Yeah.
Dutch Linux is crap.
Okay.
It's divided.
Okay, then I'm with it.
He wasn't insulting Dutch Linux.
Okay. Yeah.
His name is Dutch Linux, so yeah.
Greg, I'd say the same. I have no idea what's going on there.
Yeah.
Well, but you know,
Okay.
sometimes when you have to reboot, but I don't want to sit around and do
No.
this for
Okay,
half an hour now.
fine, okay.
Your C64 is faster. Yeah, I agree. I don't know why this is so slow.
Switch it off.
Yeah, I will.
Okay, guys. So €40. I still think it was.
Yeah,
it was a steal.
You can hack your Windows password really easily.
Yeah.
I won't do that. I'll just format it.
There's about a million tutorials about how to do it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't bother. I'd just
Or
format it.
ask ChatGPT. He will tell you. No, he won't.
The multimeter, I think, it's time for
Yeah,
destructive electronics. Yeah.
multimeter.
Go for DeepSeek if you want information on how to hack stuff.
Dutch, we all know Hiren's boot disk, man. Stop bitching about this, mate. Yes, we know, you know, Hiren's boot disk, probably everybody else does.
Yeah. I use Kali Linux myself to hack stuff. It has all the tools you need ever.
Okay, so
Why should I? Potentiometer has all the tools I need.
Yeah.
So I don't need Hiren's boot disk. No, go away. And if you want to go Potentiometer alone, you can grab Potentiometer, by the way, as an answer.
Yeah. You can. It's, I think, 15 megabytes or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
okay, so
I've used PortMagic for a lot of things, fixing RAIDs and stuff that broke in Windows to recover.
one multimeter, one switch mode power supply.
The happy clappers, huh?
Kali Linux is a little more advanced. You need to know what you're doing to get the most use of it. I hacked my neighbor's Wi-Fi a few times when my internet went down.
Side service, I think I misunderstood it.
Yeah.
No problems, mate.
Okay, so we connect the.
Oh, yeah, he wants to kill me now, so. It's been nice knowing you
Yeah,
guys.
let me get away here.
Yeah, at least I get the shock.
Yeah. This is why I'm trying to make some distance.
So I'm just putting a load on the power supply,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
otherwise it runs in burst mode. It won't run continually. It has a load. Yeah?
We just turn off and on.
It just fires every so often.
Yeah.
So
Well, is this Wi-Fi controller?
no.
Somehow it's missing a lead, I think.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, a power input maybe?
Just asking for a friend.
I usually like to put it on something that isn't on the anti-static mask, but it's entirely up to you guys.
Thanks.
Shall I use something else?
No, it's not, that's fine. That's fine.
I don't have to put it on top of that.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so now we're going to.
I would not recommend the anti-static mask.
So what we're going to do is now to make life easier. Let's get another crocodile clip, please. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you don't want to kill me completely?
No, don't clip me. So what we're going to do is we're going to connect the black meter probe
Yeah, to ground.
to hot ground
Yes.
on here, and then if we set this to multimeter mode,
Yep. It's on scope mode. Yeah, there we go.
Almost. We want to go to. We want volts, yeah.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Okay, let's do this with the overhead camera because
Yeah, this is going to be a pain in the
Yeah,
ass.
yeah.
this is way easier, and the display isn't readable from my position here.
Yeah. Yep. And I'll do manual zoom here.
Oh yeah, periscope. Not so much.
Right.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So we're now on the high voltage range, 600 volts.
Oh,
yeah.
you can see that's
Yeah.
good
Ooh,
enough.
this is a good shot.
And then where we should. Well, if we touch on here, on the standard capacitor, that should be 300 and something.
Yeah.
And you see this inductor here, that one. There,
Yeah.
that's the switching MOSFET. That's the end of the MOSFET, which is switching the transformer. So what you want to do is first of all
Power.
Power lead.
It's not connected, so don't worry.
So we put some power on.
As long as we don't have Wi-Fi power. For now. A DIY Perks made a video from a full. He made a desk with a ring that powered everything on the desk. So that was an interesting build, actually.
It's not plugged in yet. You're okay. This is not plugged in.
Okay, good. I was not sure, so I was waiting.
Well,
for
actual
it.
fact, to keep you really safe, Carlos, let me get another copy of that, please.
So I don't even need to touch it.
You didn't need to touch it, yeah.
No, I'm not that afraid of it, Richard. That's fine.
This is how much I value my friend.
Oh, okay, thank you. He values me a little bit at least. he needs to get his car fixed. I'm pretty sure.
I took it in through its ITV and it passed, just went straight through.
Oh, perfect.
Even though I said the
no.
last time he said the brakes wanted adjusting,
Yeah.
I just took it in, this time it just passed.
Yeah, that's usually what happens. Oh, by the way, overheating? Not anymore, right?
Well, I don't know.
It's working fine.
Well, we've been on the concert on Saturday evening.
Went to
so-
Canary and back.
Yeah, that went well.
Okay, so that's connected up. So this red lead is connected to the switching MOSFET. So this is pulsing, yeah? This is hot ground, so that's your reference.
Yeah.
I
I can do it from here. That's fine.
I'll switch it on for you.
I drink beer.
It is on. But
Right, plug it in. So we switch it on, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, meter's gone to sleep. Just press the
there we go.
yeah, press the button, okay?
I would already
Oh, you're now on AC. You've switched it to AC.
Oh,
And I would hate this.
DC, yeah?
yeah. That I didn't like. I would
No,
turn
I
that
didn't
off.
like it because you pressed the wrong button. You're supposed to hit the power button.
Yeah, okay. But still, I would like to turn the sleep mode off.
Yeah.
Completely.
But this probably you have to hold.
Yes, you
one,
can. You,
one
you
weird
can.
button.
You can switch the sleep mode off in the
Yes.
menu.
I would.
Oh, it's a menu. Because I remember.
In the system menu. Okay, so we switch this on now. That
Yeah.
should read up something like whatever voltage.
324.
324
And it
volts.
shows red.
It's red.
Because it's a high voltage.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
What? Hang on, did you go? Oh yes, it's dropping down now because the power supply is the capacitor is discharging.
Yeah, it's oscillating there.
So we're now going to go into scope mode. Yeah.
And let's see if it dies.
Well, let's set the scope to the highest
Yeah, the divisions per.
division. So I seem to remember how I use.
Don't go too close to the power. Oh yeah, no,
It's off.
you pull the power off. Good.
So how did I do it now? Let me have a look. I always
So-
use this on the menu.
Yeah, so don't worry.
Don't worry, switched off.
He switched off the
I don't know what the switch is. So now I'm sure that you're not connected to anything.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
True.
This is what I just did. Just plug plug the switch.
Yeah, these can short actually. So
and
you're
you
right.
don't know if it switches the ground.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'll just show you how you use this if you set the thing on here. So I've now set
use this one. Use the other camera.
Okay, so I've now set it to volt,
Mhm.
and then I can switch. See, it says that 50 volts,
Yeah.
100 volts per division. Yeah.
Yeah, that should give us the resolution we need.
And I'm actually going to move it down the screen a bit, so I've got a bit of space because you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 400 volts would be the top.
Yeah, so it should be at the top.
Yeah, but we were measuring the DC, which is the kind of average. So if I go over to move, so I think we press the menu
People
button.
can't see what you're doing.
No.
Okay, I'm on.
there.
I press the menu button to go to move. Yeah, and now I should be able to move the screen. So we've got plenty of room. Yeah,
Yeah. So it should show that.
and we're on 100 volts per division.
It should show the 300 and something volts.
Can we get it any closer on that or not?
Yeah, I can.
Can we get some sort of focus?
You don't need to see my fingers, so let's go.
Okay.
Focus, please. It's because of the glare. We can even see the camera in the reflection. Cool.
Yeah, sorry. It doesn't work the other way.
Yeah, it's fine.
Is it okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
So the question is now, will it blow up?
No, and it shows about, let's see,
T
1, 2, 3,
375 volts.
Yeah.
It says somewhere.
375, yeah.
But you can't see the pulses, can you?
I get it. Yes, you see pulses.
Yeah, they're small pulses.
No, but they should be bigger than that. So what you need to do is, on here now,
Careful.
Careful, please.
Yeah, we have a lot of crocodile leaves.
I think we press auto.
I don't.
So I'm on auto.
Yeah.
I don't want to have live electrocution here.
Yeah, no, we're not Texas.
The switch is to AC, I think, because that tells you 10 volts there.
Oh, so 10 volts. Okay.
The auto didn't work for that, but
was.
it didn't blow up or burn up. At
No.
least.
Well, it's just running for 30 seconds now.
Volt.
If you want to really try this, you probably have to leave this running for an hour or something to be sure that components in there really die.
10 volts, 20 volts, 25 volts, 50 volts per division.
100, then you have to zoom in pretty much, or the time base.
I'm on 100 now.
No, the time base. Okay, that's why you can't see
Time
it.
base.
I think you have it too
Trying to get you guys a better,
slow.
Okay. I
better
can't
video.
actually see from here.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
So I'm on 100 volts per division. Time base just says T20.
2 milliseconds.
That's not changing. I'm on the move. I'm on move. That's why.
Yeah,
You're on the move. Okay.
DC.
yeah.
Volts.
Volts and T. Yeah, so time is on the volts as well. But I don't know how you switch between them.
Well, that switches the volts. And then this switches the time base, I think.
Yeah,
That's
there we
the
go.
time
There's
base.
the time base. There's the waveform. Okay.
That's the waveform. Now, if we go to move, I'm going to bring it downwards, yeah?
There we go. And the waveform disappears when you
Yeah.
Interesting.
get into screen.
Interesting. The UI sucks. Tom, totally with you.
Yeah, so I hate
Yeah.
these with UIs. Even my scope I bought cheaply, it has the buttons.
Please be careful.
Yeah, he has the hands.
Yeah.
Miles away from that. I'm miles away from that.
There we go.
Thank you.
Okay, so
Even if it's just for me.
for whatever reason, it didn't blow up, but it doesn't seem to display the waveform, does
No,
it?
it shows the waveform at the top of the screen.
Yeah, but it should be
Well,
much bigger than that.
Yeah, no, but go higher up on the screen and it gets bigger for some reason.
It's off spec, so.
Kolla. Or look, sorry, Swedish. See, the waveform is bigger when you're at the top for some
Okay,
reason.
so what happens when we switch it off? What's that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dropping down.
Okay, so it works.
It works,
somewhat.
but it didn't do what I expected it to do. But it didn't blow up either.
Yeah. So okay, so yeah, let's
And I'm
disconnect everything.
Still paranoid here.
No, I get your.
Yeah.
I don't want Richard to get electrocuted. either.
No.
Not
Okay.
Not on a live stream.
So, okay.
No.
So basically, guys, it
off
didn't.
stream, fine.
It didn't blow up, but it didn't display the waveform properly either.
Probably the filmer can only draw a waveform below 300 volts.
Yeah, my
No,
arm is hurting
without
here.
deeper analyzing.
I cannot press.
No telling
with
no
that
telling
hand.
there.
Yeah.
And-
Okay.
I don't know what I did last night, but I can't close my fingers here. It stops here. It stops short. Ah, it hurts here.
You can.
Yeah, it hurts down here. I don't know why. I don't know what I did last night.
Yeah. Not great, not terrible. That's what I kind of thought. I would
Yeah,
do.
so
How does the scope display like
40.
Yeah. High voltage. I don't think it's junk. I mean, we are trying to use outside the
So-
spec. I mean, I proved, for example, if we look at the VRMs on the motherboard, it was fine to see if it was
Yeah.
accessing the bus. I think for audio repair, it's pretty good, and I think for auto electronics, it's pretty good.
All the audio guys
For
were
car-
screaming at you for this comment.
Yeah,
Was it pretty good?
For audio, they all say no,
it's
this crap.
crap.
Okay,
audio.
fair
You,
enough.
you need higher resolution for audio.
Well,
but
well,
for
well-
a car, if I check the CAN bus, for example, it's perfect because it's 12 volts. You don't need to worry. You need an oscilloscope at hand because the CAN bus is too fast to measure with a normal multimeter.
Yeah.
And you have the normal multimeter for the other stuff like fuses and stuff. So it's actually perfect for
But
Yeah.
for car, then you would need current.
Usually it's a clamp meter because
usually,
Oh yeah, or a clamp meter.
Yeah.
Yeah, combine this with a
usually
clamp
for-
meter. Yeah.
Okay, Josh. I mean, I did contact Zotek about this, and I told them what I thought about the specification not being good enough for what I want to use it for, and they said review it anyway. Did you see my review? Because you should watch the last 3 minutes when I sum this up, because I think I'm very, very honest about this in my review. I'm very honest. I'm not trying to say
you usually are honest on your reviews.
And I honestly
like you
believe
should
I give this a fair review, and I pointed out why for me this.
It's not okay.
And I pointed out, Dutch, why for me this is not okay.
Yeah.
But then I did also point out for other uses, for other people,
It can be useful.
it could be useful, and it's up to them to decide.
It's not complete trash, pretty much.
And that was my view. Yeah.
Yeah. So it depends on the use case. I wouldn't use this myself unless it was for a car or something.
Okay, so site service says I immediately thought this was not serious, a separate multimeter and a separate oscilloscope. But however, about a year ago,
I'm still using this thing.
we reviewed this, and this is the same thing. It's a
Yeah, but
multimeter,
this one is
oscilloscope,
better.
and this one is better, and this one actually will handle the voltage on this power supply
Without any issues.
without any issues.
But it costs more. It costs like 70 or 80.
This is 70 or 80, and I don't think you can even get them
You
anymore.
can't get these anymore.
You can't
This
even get them
type
anymore.
Isn't available anymore.
So this one is not available. We even gave
Wait, one minute.
gave one away or two away.
yeah, we
We
did,
gave two of these away free. So it is possible, and I also believe Fluke have a
Something
one
similar.
like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. You will tell Zotek people want better stuff with better spec. I agree with you. I mean, I actually said, I mean, Zotek, I've had some good stuff from Zotek.
Yeah.
And I mean, this the other multimeter, that's been great. But not everything. And
Products can be hit or miss.
yeah,
Because
I mean, this one was great. But I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. Yes, I speak to Zotek, and yes, I say,
yeah.
this is the problem with this product. And they said to me, review it and say what you think.
Yeah, pretty
It
much.
looks like a Unity
So
one.
the problem is with Zotek is they do rebranding. This is a Unity one. Yeah, Unity has.
You do the way around. Zotek actually manufacture these
for Unity or
for
something.
Unity
Yeah.
and Zoe, which is
But
their own brand.
For
They the
people
manufacturer.
to think it's worth putting their brand on something, it has to be cheap. And they have to cheap out on some components to make it cheap enough for licensing and stuff. So
You know, this always, for me, this always comes down what you want to do with the thing.
use case, yeah.
Yeah,
The-
use case.
You
yeah.
are,
They use it, yeah.
Auto mechanics for this, if you don't need high current, so you have clamp meter, this would
Yeah,
work.
I think it's very fine.
like the oscilloscope I got.
Yeah.
It's
And
not good enough.
Since it's only have
for-
two plugs in here, but people are not so used to having multiple plugs on there. This is even better because
Yeah.
you can't plug
It's
something
easy-
in,
it's
into
easier,
something,
yeah.
something and kill a
And it's
fuse.
$40.
Well, I'm not going for price here.
Okay.
This is for usability.
Yeah.
And for me, as a microprocessor guy, this would work fine. I probably would be more annoyed by the interface because I already can tell that I would hate this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, John Smith. The Zoytech 5-digit multimeter is really good.
Dutch, see you in a fortnight.
That's this one, yeah.
Say that? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this one's been really good. So I have another Zotek product here, which I'm going to show you.
Zotek?
Zotek?
No.
Zoe?
Zoytech, maybe.
Zoytech?
Zoytech is the motherboard manufacturer.
Zotek.
Zoytech.
I have this to review, guys. So this is going to be next
Zoytech.
week.
Ooh.
This is the handheld LCR meter. So this one's to review. This is also a Kelvin probe multimeter.
Yeah.
Low resistance, capacity. This is capacitance, resistance, inductance.
Whoa, that's a lot of digits.
Lots of digits. This thing is about €90. And this is the one that also does the lithium cell internal resistance.
Yeah, and it's a milliometer, I can see.
It's a milliometer, so that one's going to get reviewed this week. Same brand, but this is quite a bit more expensive.
Yeah, but it has more uses as well. So
Yeah, so that one's coming.
I would say could be worth it.
Yeah.
I don't have a LCR meter and I don't have a milliometer, so that would be actually a good.
I don't have use for one of these.
Just a quick look at it.
Milliometer is really good to find shorts in big capacitor arrays and stuff.
Okay.
For example.
So if you just get a camera on this is not a multimeter.
No.
This is a 4 probe milliometer inductance capacitors. So this is supposed to be very accurate for inductors, capacitors and resistors.
Oh, this charge port.
Discharge port, yeah.
Cool.
So that's that one I'll do the review on it. And as I say, lithium battery internal resistance on this one.
This is the only thing I can think would be useful for me.
This
But-
charging
yeah,
caps.
But again, then I simply drop it into a charger and see what the cap is. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Normally I know, oh, this is high current or not.
Yeah.
But I'll also
Well,
just
pretty
tell
boring.
you guys,
Yeah.
there's so ZOTEC actually contacted me. They have a multimeter coming out, which is only in production at the moment. It's not released, and it's a multimeter with milliohm or microohms for 4 leads.
You're okay?
I guess so.
And that one,
My meds are kicking in, I guess.
yeah.
Fairly strong.
So I have a multimeter with built-in 4-lead Kelvin
Okay.
probe as well, which is in production. It's not released yet, so that one when it comes.
Can't even drink right.
Okay,
Oh, well.
so
Okay, 50 minutes.
50 minutes. Ask us anything.
Holy crap. that
Ask us
went
anything, yeah, that went fast. That went really fast.
fast.
Yeah.
Computer, waiting around for a computer does that.
Yep. So, ask us anything.
Yeah.
Go, go, go! Oh, dead air. We shouldn't do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I put up a model for some people that if you have a 3090 or higher, 4090, 5090, I put up a model on my GitHub repository, so you can test out same function as what's it called, ChatGPT 04. You can make images, you can ask it to change stuff, and it's all local if you want to. I made a quick repo and just put it up there. I didn't make a video for it, I just put it up there if someone wants to test it out. It requires a beefy power graphics card.
So it won't work on my 3080 Ti.
No, you need 22 gigs of
Okay.
VRAM at least. I'm working on quantizing it, so I'm down to 16 offline for now. So maybe I can get it to 12, so you can run it as well. And it's really good because I asked it to make my last 3 thumbnails for my videos,
Okay.
and it made it automatically. I gave it a lot of my old thumbnails, and it put my logo on the right spot. It did a flashy text, and it is. I asked it to do something flashy for YouTube, and it did all it by itself.
Okay. Yeah.
So, important question. Water temperature? Still a bit cold.
Huh?
Still a bit cold. Yeah, but
Well,
you get
here.
used to it, yeah.
Yeah, super cold, 42 degrees I had in my garden yesterday. So yeah, cold enough. If you're in hell, if you're
God needs worship on every Sunday, but the electronics channel only needs worship every other Sunday. Warwick, or drink to that.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're
Nigel.
not as high maintenance as.
Yeah. Nigel, I had trouble with Richard influencer codes. I thought they applied to whole baskets, but it appears they only for single items.
No.
Just for
No,
info.
they should
They
apply.
didn't know what we used them on the whole basket.
Yeah, it should
I don't
apply
know.
for
I can't
entire
remember.
baskets.
I don't know.
Yeah, it works on the entire basket.
I think I bought batteries for that, but I can't
What's your
remember for the life of me.
location? Maybe there's a restriction.
Oh, it's 13 with Munich. It's summer, man. It shouldn't be 13 degrees.
It's 13 in Sweden as well. Yeah.
Thomas, I'm so.
I talked with my-
I feel your pain.
My wife's brother, I play video games with him over the internet, and he told me, "Oh, it's 12 degrees outside." Holy crap! In the middle of the day with the sun out. I said, "Yeah, I have the 2 ACs running, blowing directly at me, still dying."
Edwin says, Rich, you have a lot of multimeters now, but in your videos you're always using the old trusty blue.
Yeah. So
The old trusty.
you get used to one multimeter and you use that, even if you have multiple.
I think this is
I
what
have
you used to.
I have 3 as well, and I only use 1.
I generally use the Fluke for most things because of the Mr. Bleep function.
That's
And I use that ZOTEC one as well quite a bit.
yeah. Matrix. What?
No, it's cold, it's only 22.
Yeah.
It's cold outside.
Yeah, my ass is 22. In the shade, maybe.
Yes, in the shade, that's the same temperature.
In the shade, maybe. Yeah. In the shade, in a freezer somewhere.
Just out of interest, that machine I got for €40, The processor.
About 80. Look on cell.
If we go to advanced on the processor, so advanced and then sold items.
There we go.
Okay, search.
You still do that, bro.
So the processor's what, 103, 80.
Yeah.
88.
It's about 90 euros in
On,
sweet
on
spot.
average, on
Yeah.
average, something like that.
There is a box one for 130. Yeah, so yeah, about
78, yeah, 80 to 90. I mean,
yeah, depending on
80 seems to be the lowest they fetch.
yeah.
And so
That's a lot of money actually.
oh, that, yeah. Mine is the 12400. There's a T and an F, which would be going to be different. So that's a T.
I think yours was the T one.
Mine was the T.
Yeah.
Okay, so 90, and then the motherboard was the Asus H610-M, I think.
Yeah, good luck. I can't remember. Yeah, there we go. /A.
/A was that? I think it was. I know it's a parameter. That was the motherboard anyway. It's in. Yeah.
Yeah, about 80.
It looks.
It's exactly
it's that
the same
one.
Yeah.
About 80. So about for 40 euros.
40.
Somebody sold a pre-owned one for 45 there.
Yeah,
Catch you later.
And that's a K. That's a different one.
that's without memory and that's without NVMe.
Yeah.
And power supply. So you got a good deal, Rich. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, there's a bundle with the processor, same processor, but with 8 gig of RAM, I have the 16 gig.
Yeah, I agreed, Anthony. The power supply is worth noting. Small form factor power supplies are actually more expensive than big ones.
Yeah, yeah. I think I'll actually keep the power supply. I'll take it out of that case, put it into something bigger, and put the RTX 3060 in there.
No, use it at your main working state, your video rendering machine.
Yeah, but I don't think it's as fast as my video rendering machine.
You sure?
I'll find. I'll look.
It's pretty close.
Maybe.
No, because it's i5, you think.
Oh yeah, you have an i7. Yeah, right.
I have an i7, which is an older one. Mine's the 5th gen, but the one with the 4
this is faster.
This is faster.
Fine, fair enough.
No question.
It may be fast.
Easily.
Yeah.
It may be fast. I'd have to have a look.
Even 1 gen back, Ryzen's or the double.
Yes,
performance
but the one I have, which was what they called high-end PC when they came out, with the quad-channel RAM, it makes a big difference.
But you're
Quad channel deal
seven
with
generations behind them. So.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
the i3s probably.
Well, let's have a look. So let's have a look. So in my
Oh, I'll bring you back to the
rendering machine, so I render all my videos on. It's an i7, 28.
Yeah, I do this all the time. Yeah.
28 something K.
2850K.
No, 5820K. 5820K. That's my rendering machine, yeah?
Yeah.
Versus, let's versus against the machine I found today, which is the i5 12400. Yeah?
T.
T.
Yeah.
Shall we just go with that? Let's see how much faster it is than my rendering machine, yeah?
Yeah, there we go. That's the site I use mostly.
It doesn't tell me on this one.
Yes, go down a little bit more. There.
Where?
You should have the breakdown.
I see prices, but I don't see.
No, I don't see. I don't
where
see.
I use
CPU
CPU benchmark.
CPU benchmark. This one. Yeah.
There we go.
So let's see how much faster it is than the one I use for my rendering.
There. So 92. You have the score up there.
So it's 28% faster.
Yeah, and it's a low-end CPU compared to the i7.
Yeah. It's 28% faster for
So
7
it's not-
generations.
So it's not that much faster, but it is faster.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if the quad-channel DDR4 actually gives you more speed.
It depends on the.
It does it take that into account?
Okay, Greg says, "Oh God, do not use user benchmark."
Yeah, I know why, because
Why?
they changed the
Friendly,
values.
good evening, my friend.
They are partisans for NVIDIA and Intel stuff. So if you put a Ryzen there, it shows a lower value than it actually is.
I don't
For
buy it.
example,
Well, you know, it's 6 cores, 12 threads, and if this thing has the same rating there, then it runs with 2.5 gigahertz. That would be there's some space there, some room.
Well, this is actually faster, but there's obviously the processor must process
more
quicker.
optimized, way more optimized. Yeah.
yeah,
more
and
optimized.
that's usually what changes from
Yeah.
generation to generation.
But really, from 7 generations, it's only.
Oh, look at
It's
this!
not
It's
huge.
88 years older. So,
Yeah.
you want to update.
Yeah, but I could have.
If you want to compare to the real one, press the 1290 here.
I want to see what happens if I put a faster processor in my machine. Yeah, still 20%
same, yeah.
faster.
Yeah.
I'd say the whole system would be a bit more responsive.
There is a
And,
big difference.
Okay, if you go
rendering
to
will
the
be done
highest
in
one
the
available,
graphics
it's
card.
38%.
It's an i5 still.
So
It's still an
i5.
i5.
No, wait, no, wait. It's a Core i9. Okay, no,
So
no.
Core i9 now, and it's still 38. Do you know, my old machine actually isn't doing bad for its age.
It holds up.
It holds up quite
That's
well.
why I bought a 5900X instead of the newest gen Ryzen, because there was a difference of 10% and a price difference of 3 times.
Yeah.
3x the price. So there was no comparison.
I'm using some.
Correct, depends on the
Ryzen
software
functions
you're using. So the machine I use at home, I use DaVinci Resolve Studio
Yeah.
to do all my rendering, and I have a RTX 3080 Ti in there.
I needed cores and stuff because I do AI programming, so I needed my graphics card as well. But the graphics card costs more than my entire computer practically. So 3090 used one is still 700 euros nowadays, which is insane for us that old of a card.
True. But I will upgrade my machine at some point this year.
Yeah, you have the money for it.
That's the thing with them.
Yeah.
We can put up a GoFundMe for Rich getting a new computer. The poor guy only has 180k subscribers.
Subscribers don't equal money.
That's true.
Well,
That's true, yeah.
not subscribers, but views do.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, no.
Okay, you got 5 more minutes, guys, to ask us any questions.
As long as the computer does what you need it to do, it's fine.
But I do intend to upgrade this
Yeah.
this year.
No, it's a good thing to upgrade,
Yeah.
especially if you use DaVinci with all the new AI tools.
Correct.
Oh, I sent you the new one, by the way.
Yeah.
You got it?
Zach gave me also.
Yeah, okay.
We're live, guys.
Yeah,
Well, guys.
yeah. It's free to distribute
Okay.
as long as it's not a studio one.
Still crap crud. So I can put away my camera here now.
Yeah.
I hope.
I think we've done pretty much what we. Yeah.
Yeah, what we sent out to do, entertain people,
And we didn't blow up the scope meter, but it didn't
and I
work
didn't
well
kill
either.
myself, so 2 wins. I stabbed myself in the leg, at least. That's the minimum I get out with here.
Holiday tomorrow over there too. When do we have holidays? It's the Spain thing.
The next one.
So Spain has the whole holidays all in one.
Okay, no, the next. I can tell you now. The next public holiday here is 23rd of June, which is San Juan.
Thomas is asking about holidays. So holiday. Holiday. Oh, it's Pfingsten in Germany.
Thomas, the next.
Yeah, it's Pfingsten in Germany. I
So
forgot.
we had 2
We don't
holidays
have
in
this.
May.
No, it doesn't exist here, too, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I would like extra holidays.
We had 2
Everybody
holidays in May, public holidays, and the next one is 23rd of June,
Yeah.
which is San Juan.
Yeah, and the kid gets out of school now, so I have 24/7 the kid at home now. Whee!
So they leave school and they're finishing around now, and when they go back September.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's too warm to be at school here. It's 43 to 45 degrees.
They don't have
And
aircon in the
don't
schools.
have aircon in the schools, so they can't keep them there. So they actually give them longer summer vacations, which is fun, really, if you think about it.
Tifa said, I drink to that. Every day is a Sunday here, retired at 47. This is how you should do that. Oh crap, the air conditioner's
Air conditioner bottle's full.
Yeah.
Overflowing.
We already have a... Yeah, we're already sinking. We're sinking!
We're thinking. We're flooding the place. Okay, so
Yeah, that was
Early end?
early and all.
Yeah, come on, nobody's asking us anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
still going.
Are you guys still there?
Just a break from work. Yeah, no, we were about to end. You can ask a question if you want. You have 3 minutes.
Yeah, 1 minute.
Nah, they
Yeah.
nah.
Go for it. Even if it goes long, we can answer you.
Yeah.
Skip.
Look, the first guys are saying bye.
They have stuff to do.
Well,
Yeah, was a nice show.
Tropical.
Tropical.
Do you do the chow? We do the chow. Tropical chow for now.
Ciao for now.